Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
If you come to me as an Arkansas football fan and you tell me you're cursed and here's the evidence, you have a case. How do you explain this? I mean, seriously, if you call me today and you say, I didn't believe in curses until this Arkansas football team and a few other things that have happened in Arkansas athletics over the years, and here's why I think we're cursed, I'm going to actually listen to you. I'm going to consider it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, let's turn on the Chuck and Bo
There we
Show.
go.
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Look, there's a lot of stuff we got to figure out. We have a film session, practice tomorrow, practice on Thursday, play on Friday. Like I told him, at some point we got to start playing better. At some point, you got to have someone, because you're trying to dominate the other guy, that they look at you and say, wow. And there's things we got to do that, I'll watch the tape and figure it out. No, I'm happy we won, to be honest with you. How we won with them shooting the way they did, that we figured out a way at the end to sneak one out. But give them credit. They played a heck of a ball game, were tougher than us, made 15 threes, did all the things that they needed to do to win a game.
Sneak one out's a pretty good way to put it. I mean, it was that was an escape job right there. I mean, just outscore them 6-0 over the last minute 13 and find a way to win. And then you had all that stuff that happened after the basket by Pringle. I mean, it was a crazy ending. Winthrop probably deserved a better fate. They played their lights out. I mean, they were fantastic, I thought.
Yeah, that was one of those deals where if you're one of these people, and I don't know who they are, that bet live in game, there's some Arkansas value if you could get the button push there.
I guess that's right. I hadn't thought about
2
that.
2 minutes to play.
You're falling into that line.
That
of
was
thinking,
it.
man.
Well,
That's the first thing you think
that
about.
was,
You're Bart, the effect that you're having on Bo.
Yeah.
It's like they're down 5 with a minute 13 to go. I gotta bet it. I gotta bet it.
This is like 3 days in a row now. Bo's
I know.
talked about live
I've noticed
betting.
that.
Live
I have
betting.
noticed that. They've
it's right
reeled
here.
him in.
That's your MO now.
It's right here in the Oaklawn app read. When I talk about Oaklawn sports, it's right here. I mean, you can live wager on
Well,
games.
you can't speak from the heart until you really
the gambling
you
number on
understand
that
the
sheet?
feel.
No.
You understand the feel of
The
success.
hotline.
Look, we can get into the degenerate situation that some of us live in, but I look for interesting things, which is why I'm a college football fan, and that's interesting for a whole completely different reason. But when you're watching a game and the better team is losing and they still have a chance to win, and they're the better team, that's just called a good investment. But I couldn't get the button pushed in
Hotline.
time.
We need the hotline.
I couldn't get the button pushed in
Some
time.
investing tips for your ball game watching.
Yeah, I mean, look, when you can, let's say you put $25 down to win 193. I mean, who's counting? But and then,
you do when you lose.
yeah. Well, you lost $25 then.
Here's
But-
some
but-
strategic advertising. Every betting company needs to be running spots at like halftime and the end of the
Yeah.
third quarter.
Hey, get in now.
Get in now.
They,
Quick
they
lines
should show
there.
the money line for
Yes.
Arkansas before the game and
Yes.
what it is now live.
Yes, just go all in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I realize there are people that have a problem, and if you do, you should call, what is it, 1-800
Who knows?
Gambler.
Gambler or gambling?
Gambler.
Gambler.
It's individualized to the.
It is interesting.
Addict.
Yeah. 1-800-GAMBLER. But if you're not, like here's some good advice. If that's not your issue, if you don't have a problem with that, and you find Arkansas, down a point, with 2 minutes to play or whatever, there might be some value there.
There might be. I have to admit, I have not crossed over that. I don't think of it like that, although there may be a point when I do.
No,
but I'm not there
the
yet.
truth is, I thought about it too late,
Yeah.
and by the time I got there,
That's
it was,
the way
But
I
I did go there,
Yeah.
and it was too late.
Yeah.
But I did see it right before I hit. It was plus 193.
It was a heck of a thought.
Yeah, well, yes, it was. It was
Yeah.
just, I'm always.
It's almost like it actually happened.
I'm always a second late and a few dollars short.
That's the
Absolutely.
story of my life,
But
too.
listen, there's so many things happening right now.
I know.
I just watched moments ago Jeff Goodman do one of the most horrific interviews I've ever seen done with a losing coach after a game. His name is Mark Pope, and Kentucky lost.
Yeah, Michigan State drilled him in the Garden last night.
I believe his name is
17.
Mark Bleeping Pope.
Yeah, they've lost 2 in a row, right?
He was despondent.
Well, we'll pull up this jet. We don't have it yet, do we? Oh, okay.
You've got
Can
it.
we
You've
just
got it.
listen to this?
Oh.
Tell me you've heard.
It's a short little thing from Mark Pope. It's not the full 2.5-minute clip, but
the 2.5-minute clip is just the most uncomfortable 2 minutes.
I listened to part of it, and you could tell that he was like
you play part of it.
it was
he's
stream of
dejected.
consciousness stuff, man.
He's dejected.
All right.
He just needed somebody to talk to.
Well, I don't want to take away anything from Michigan State because Tom is one of the great coaches in college basketball, and those guys played tough and together and hard and played well. Mostly just credit those guys, and we are facing a monumental challenge right now, and I'm excited to see if we can figure it out.
So pull the whole thing.
Yeah, that
Because
really doesn't
The
encapsulate
thing
his
about
grief.
the interview is the questions
Yeah.
that Jeff Goodman's asking. I've never seen you more down, ever, period,
Yeah,
since
really.
I've known you.
Wow.
And that was one of the questions.
On or off the floor.
Yeah. And, I mean, listen, if Jeff Goodman wasn't likable before, like if I'm Mark Pope, I don't know how he restrained himself.
Yeah.
You know how like people get in and out on these interviews, like after a game, if you're a reporter?
Right.
You know, the coach gives you all he has. He's clearly mad. It's clearly a difficult situation. And Jeff Goodman did not. He treated it like he was on 60 Minutes doing some investigative report on why Kentucky's bad with their $21 million roster.
There is so much pressure to produce content now. Sometimes I watch these things, and it's over after a minute and a half. But we got to get 4 minutes in. You know, we got to do this. We got to do it this way. We got to, nobody gets closer. We got to get the tier. And some of that stuff is like, I'm kind of like you. It's cringeworthy almost when you watch some of it.
What happened in here yesterday?
Well, I think some lights got moved around, and there was
It's a lot
one,
different in here.
There was one that was positioned right in front. It was not pointing at you, Bo, like it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And it
All
was
cameras
pointing
were not on you.
it was-
Something happened.
All the lights were on Chuck.
It was on Chuck. But it
Did
was
I-
also right in front of like
Yeah.
right directly blocking
Well,
my
it was-
view of you.
It was off-putting.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
It
So-
was
so I
well,
fixed it.
Given the gambling conversation and the way the lights were pointed, I felt like I was in
You were
the
being
mafia
interrogated.
and I was being interviewed, and you were like disguising me so that you couldn't see me
we're gonna
clearly.
Put one of those voice
and I got
modulators on you.
I've been a little nervous in here so far. I don't know what's happening. I kind of expect at any moment that people are going to come in and they're going to take me away.
It's all this gambling. It's
Yeah.
all this
Yeah.
gambling. They're
Yeah.
watching you now.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, there's so much gambling.
They're watching you now.
Let's just. I know it's going to take a minute here, but can we listen to this Jeff Goodman thing? Can we? Do you mind?
Do we have it?
Yeah, let's just.
Is it at the ready?
All right, Mark.
right,
this
let's
is
do it.
probably, I think, as down as I've seen you, period, since I've known you.
My God.
What are you going through right now in terms of the frustration after this loss?
How do you feel?
Okay, you've already heard the answer to that. So let me go to the back end of the answer to the next question.
Did you sense that this has been kind of brewing throughout the preseason?
Oh, yeah. Well, Jeff, I had a
grief,
feeling.
Goodman.
I had a feeling when we came to the arena tonight that we were going to get our butts kicked. I did.
No. I'm disappointed with how disconnected we've been.
I've been there now.
I thought I had a better pulse. I thought I was doing a better job coaching than I'm doing right now. So it's been eye-opening for me a little bit. So no, I'm a little bit surprised.
And by coaching, you're not talking about X's and O's as much as you're talking about getting these guys to play
Get these
for
guys going.
the Kentucky name. Correct?
No, I think it's everything. I think it's developing a culture. It's the right care. It's the right focus. It's the right schemes. It's the right X's and O's. It's a poor job The nice thing is I can fix it. Like, we can fix it. But it's a really disappointing result.
All right, thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
I'm telling you, man. It's like,
Well, when you
brutal.
lead with "This is as down as if I have ever seen you as long as I've known you."
Period.
He was
hear that.
performing a little
Let's
bit.
hear
there.
that one more
It's
time.
awful.
All right, Mark. This is probably, I think, as down as I've seen you, period, since I've known you.
Ever.
What are you going through right now in terms of the frustration after this loss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what an awful question.
I'm going to call Bart over to my office today. Bart, this is as down as I've ever seen you.
Yeah. Ever.
Period.
Period. End of story.
What's going on with your frustration?
What's the problem?
Holy cow. So everybody's talking about the college football schedule, like the calendar, the portal, the window, the coaching searches, and all that. So we've got that to get into
Hey,
today.
can I tell you
college
what I read
football's
this morning?
Bananas.
You were talking about what you read a minute ago. I was reading, and I'm going to assume it's the fake news story of the day. I hope it is.
You're going to share it with
This
us?
is an outfit called Puck News. Puck. P-U-C-K. Puck. Puck News. Reporting.
Say it one more time.
Puck. Reporting that the Louisiana governor, our long lost.
Just a P, no PH.
Yeah, no, just P. No, just a P. The H is silent. But reported that the governor, that guy was speaking at a fundraiser. And long story short, he claims that he had a 2-hour phone conversation with Lane Kiffin. That was the story from Puck News, that Kiffin had a 2-hour phone conversation with the governor, that guy, and they've got it worked out. It's worked out. He's coming. And
but what if that is a smokescreen?
Well,
I was told. What if what I was told isn't correct?
I don't know if it's true or not, but Puck News believes it.
Yeah.
And so
where do you find these things?
Hey, the dark web, man.
That is a real.
It
That is a
See,
real.
Bart knows.
Thing. Yes.
Yes. Bart knows. Puck.
I would imagine that Jeff Landry did say that because he does seem like an insane person. So when it comes to this,
You think there
coaching
might be a
search,
nugget of truth to that?
I think there might be.
But can you imagine Lane Kiffin? I know Kiffin. I mean, he's
At
active
least-
on social media, and sometimes I think this is a guy who'll talk to anybody.
I think there's at least a little bit of truth to it in the mind of Jeff Landry.
Okay.
He could have been talking to somebody who he thought was Lane Kiffin. He also could have been completely embellishing
And 2
the story.
minutes could be 2 hours. Yeah.
Lane Kiffin.
You can't make this stuff up.
Oh,
man.
you can't. You can't. How about Lane Kiffin for a season here? Maybe it's going to be 2 weeks or whatever, but for a season here, Lane Kiffin holds the keys.
He does
to the biggest vehicle, mansion, jet, whatever. Like, and everybody's just at his feet. Lane, what are you gonna do? I mean, like the whole world is on. There might be a national holiday between now and the decision. Maybe he should do the LeBron decision.
Oh, that would be big.
Maybe call Jim Gray in
That
and
would be
sit
big.
down and do the decision. Pick a hat.
Taking my talents.
Pick a hat.
Take
Yeah,
my
you got
talents
Ole Miss, you got LSU, and Florida.
Yeah, do
You
the
got
hats.
3 hats
Hats
out.
are good.
Pick a hat.
They are. Hats are good.
Can
I
we
like
get
it.
live animals?
It's a good
I
visual.
prefer the live animals.
So I heard a discussion this morning, we'll get into in a second, about the college football calendar and how dumb the people that run college football are. And we all agree. But then I thought to myself, why change it? We're talk show hosts. This is great. 616, good morning.
Yeah, what's your point?
You want my point?
Yes, I asked for it. Make it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Distribution Solutions Incorporated began providing superior customer service back in 1997 based out of Harrison, Arkansas, and they're supporting our local communities today and always looking for professional OTR drivers. DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people, and when you work with DSI, it feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters. If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine, like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites, like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
I could be mistaken, but I did read it.
It's pretty even.
It could have been incorrect, but I did read it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I can't figure out if Chuck's playing a role here, or this is how he feels, or if he cares at all.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hunter made his television debut last night.
He did.
Hunter Yurichek. I was at the basketball game. Didn't see it.
Well,
I'm sure many did.
We'll get the clip that the whole world's reacting to, and I people are freaking out about it, and I don't. I understand why, but it also made sense to me what he said. We'll see if it made sense to Bart about Miami and Notre Dame.
Test.
Yeah, that is the true.
It is.
It is. This is. I don't even know what direction to go this morning because the college football calendar with the portal opening before the playoffs over, and that like having an impact on who schools hire. I just feel like right now we've had this 8-week coaching search, and we've had all this conversation about Arkansas and other places, and it's sort of just played calmly. Like, all the conversation's wild, but then just James Franklin's gone to Virginia Tech, whatever. But I feel like there's a possibility that some real craziness is about to happen.
Well, I think it's a probability. I wouldn't say possibility. I would say probability. And I don't think that's just wishful thinking. I mean, I think there's something there's going to be something happen. You know, you talk about Kiffin. You know, every day that passes, the price goes up. And Kiffin's playing it exactly the way Kiffin should be playing it. And I guess Jimmy Sexton's his agent, and he's playing it the way he should be playing it too. But it's not just Ole Miss and Florida and LSU that are playing the waiting game. It's all these other coaches we're talking about that nobody really wants to settle on, like an Eric Morris, a John Summerall, the Silverfield guy over in Memphis, the guys that too many fans view as, second-tier coaches. Well, if Kiffin leaves Ole Miss, every single one of those guys is going to want the Ole Miss job. And I don't know if people are going to be beating down the door to go there to succeed Kiffin or not in terms of the big names that I'm sure they're going to want, that everybody wants. They might get one of them, they might not. But my point is that domino is going to fall. And it's not just going to be the way it affects Florida and LSU and Ole Miss. There's lots of other schools that are going to be affected by this as well. Because my sense right now is if I'm John Summerall, for example, at Tulane, or if I'm Eric Morris at North Texas or Silverfield at Memphis, I'm not doing anything until I know if that Ole Miss job's going to be open or not. Because I think of the jobs that are out there for those guys, I'm not sure Kiffin isn't the one that if he leaves hasn't left it in the best shape.
Unless you got to take what you can get now. And I think this is the position Arkansas is taking. They're taking the position that they're going to get their coaching search wrapped up if they think they have the candidates they want before other jobs come open. And you might not decide to take it, but then that's fine. You're not in the mix. But if you're going to sit around and wait for other jobs to open, you're not a candidate for us. Like, that's the play I think you make if you're in Arkansas and you're worried about.
I don't disagree with that.
Other jobs opening. So it puts pressure on those coaches to make up their mind. They can't sit around.
But it also puts some pressure on the school that makes the decision to do that too. It limits your pool.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so you find yourself in a spot where if you're going to make that first hire, I mean, Virginia Tech's already made the first one, but if you're going to make the first one in the SEC, let's say, well, you're going to have to hire a guy that's probably not going to continue coaching after Thanksgiving weekend. That's and look, that's a substantial pool. I'm not saying there's not a lot of good coaches out there. I'm just saying when you make a decision to do that, you do limit yourself to a certain degree.
By the way, props to you for sniffing out the truth in the Lane Kiffin story about the ultimatum. You said yesterday, we told you the credibility of the reports.
Has anyone really confirmed that his ex-wife or wife or whatever her current status is, and I don't mean that disrespectfully, but has anyone really determined if she was actually in Baton Rouge and Gainesville, or has that just been reported?
There have been reports, but from reputable reporters.
Because,
the ultimatum was a reputable report, too. And here's what Kiffin said on McAfee yesterday about that.
There's a rumor now circulating on the internet, and we appreciate you joining us here to maybe kind of clarify this. Was there like an ultimatum given to you in the middle of a season from Ole Miss? It feels like the way I'm reading it on the internet is that Ole Miss has told you, and you were doing yoga, I guess, this morning with the AD. Ole Miss has told you, like, we need an answer. Is that true? And how are you handling it all with the team with what's currently taking place?
Yeah, that's absolutely not true. There's been no ultimatum, anything like that at all. And so I don't know where that came from, like a lot of stuff that comes out there. Like I said, man, we're having a blast. I love it here. Our running back's sitting right over here. Come on over. And It just couldn't be better. Like I say, you pray for things. Our fans prayed for this type of thing, and now we're in the middle of it. So enjoy it. You're 10-1. You're getting ready. You got a bye week. You get to watch half the country lose, and there's no way we can lose Saturday. And then you play the Egg Bowl and go dominate that and keep that Egg Bowl trophy home where it's been for a long time.
Sure sounds like he's leaving.
Well, yeah. At no point does he say, "Hey, man, I can't wait to come back."
Enjoy it.
The Egg Bowl.
But by the same token, he's a master at keeping it going. He knows exactly what he's
This is
doing.
some Jerry Jones stuff.
He knows
right?
exactly what he's doing.
Jerry-esque. He is the focal point of college football.
But
right now,
I was thinking about this morning. For all the talk about coaching searches, carousel, we talk about it 24/7 as sports fans, college football fans right now. Every moment we're awake, somebody's got something to say about a coaching search. You go to ESPN.com, and I'm not saying that's, the Bible in terms of what's legit and what's not. The only story out there is Virginia Tech hired James Franklin. If you're on the outside looking in, and when you get through all the smoke and all the stuff that's going on and you really get to what's actually happening, Virginia Tech's hired James Franklin. That's what's happened. Everything else is a lot of conjecture out there. Yeah. And one thing that I do think it has to be said, just because a guy's reputable within the media doesn't make his information always correct. It just means he's reputable within the media. And we give one another credit for just being a nice guy. We do. And so just because a guy writes for The Athletic doesn't mean that his information is going to necessarily be on point. But the reputation of that operation makes you think it might be.
I would expect when Stuart Mandel reports something that it's on point. But you said yesterday, I don't believe it.
I don't know how anyone who's been around a team could believe that story's true. Anyone who's been around an athletic department could believe that story's. I just find it unbelievable that anyone would buy that.
I understand what you're saying, but Chuck, we live in unbelievable times.
I understand.
There's some really crazy stuff happening.
See, I find it almost impossible to believe that his family's been to Baton Rouge, his ex-wife has been to Baton Rouge again. I just find that virtually impossible to believe.
Yesterday,
it's great copy. It's great for the storyline. It's almost like professional wrestling. It's great for the storyline, but I don't really believe it.
I don't know why McAfee didn't ask about that.
Yeah, good point.
Why didn't he ask that part of it? Do we really care?
Oh, it's fun.
If it's families, flying around, visiting places.
People just want to know who the Razorbacks coach is going to be.
I don't know.
That's what they want to know.
I don't know, man. I like the little tiny hiatus to see what Lane's going to do.
I think Kiffin knows the linchpin. I think once he decides everything's
the domino?
Yeah, that's the big one.
domino.
Yeah. Unless, as you said a minute ago, unless he remains coy from now till the end of January.
And somebody else has to make the move.
But I don't know. I've just never believed that a coach would stay at Ole Miss when Florida and LSU are out there, but he could.
What happens to Ole Miss in terms of the playoff if they lose the Egg Bowl? Wouldn't it be wild if they have this bye week and it's happened? It could happen.
If they lose the Egg Bowl
and
Kiffin
to Mississippi
leaves,
State,
would they be locked out like Florida State was?
And then they think, but then the Ole Miss fan base thinks he did it on purpose.
Yeah.
He sabotaged the season so he could leave for LSU or Florida.
Bart said it yesterday. If he goes, there's going to be a level of hate that, certainly worthy of the SEC. That's for sure.
Well, I don't know if you can get odds on this, but you can live bet games at Oaklawn.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, Oaklawn Sports app. Bet with the Oaklawn Sports app, Arkansas's best sports betting app. You can download it in the Google Play Store, the Apple App Store. New customers earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. And you get a 10% profit boost for new and existing customers on qualifying three-leg parlays and same-game parlays. Oaklawn.com. Find out about the upcoming racing season as well. A lot to do at Arkansas's only casino resort, Oaklawn. 631, good morning.
Everybody wants to fire their coach. Who are you going to hire? There's all these jobs out there right now. Who's everybody going to hire? I don't know. We'll find out.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are your gutters ready for fall? Leaves are coming, and that means it's time to protect your home. At Hog Trough Gutters, they install high-quality leaf guards that actually work. Don't waste money on the cheap guards from big box stores that clog up. And don't get stuck paying triple the price with those big national companies. With Hog Trough, you get the best of both worlds. Professional installation, premium aluminum, and stainless steel guards, as well as a 20-year warranty. Give them a call today to schedule your free inspection or visit hoggutters.com. When something goes wrong, a car wreck, an injury, mounting debt, or getting denied the help you deserve, it's hard to know where to turn.
That's when Cadell Reynolds shows up. This is a team that fights for Arkansans. Personal injury, disability, bankruptcy, they handle it all. And they know how to get results.
You've got enough to deal with. Don't try to figure it out alone.
Call Cadell Reynolds, 866-314-3728, or visit CadellReynolds.com.
Cadell Reynolds. Make the right call.
Today's been it's been a strange day.
Yeah, we've had some struggles here and there. Let's just be blunt. Can we be blunt?
Well, it's 50-50 at best.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
What does the future look like? What does this week look like? And can you get yourself out of bed and just get rolling this morning with a smile on your face? Can you stare adversity in the eye?
Boy, you're asking a lot over there, man. I mean, with every question you're posing, I'm like, I don't know if I can do that.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
877-377-6963. If you want to get in here, you can also catch the Chuck and Bo Show on demand. That means whenever you want it. It's
your
there.
schedule.
Yeah, your schedule. Spotify, Apple, YouTube. Also, we stream live on YouTube. But on demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. 25 years in business. Trust, relationships, drive with confidence at the Fayetteville Auto Park. Want to take a call?
Yeah, let's do
Eric's in Fort Smith. Eric, good morning.
Good morning, fellas. You all doing all right today?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Just pulling up to work right now. After watching the game last night, I had some thoughts I wanted to go over with y'all.
What'd you think?
After Central Arkansas, Sanford, and Winthrop, those were all pretty. I mean, Central Arkansas wasn't, but Sanford and Winthrop were pretty close games. Jackson State's next. They're 0-3, so I ain't too worried about that. However, Duke is 5-0. The Sanford game and the Winthrop game definitely showed us we had some work to do, especially in the first period. What's the biggest hurdle we're going to be looking at when the Duke game comes up? And if we don't change our style of play right off the bat, do you think Duke's going to start to steamroll us in the first quarter? Anyway, that's my questions. Hope you have a good one.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I think they've got to get better on the defensive end. They, when I see them struggle on that end, it seems sometimes like they're a little bit lost. Cal talked about communication after the game last night. Two guys going to one guy, leaving a guy, and what we saw last night is what you will see against good teams later in the year. They're not going to miss open shots, and they'll make some contested shots. All teams do, but some teams miss open shots, and you get away with not having a very good defensive effort. Winthrop made Arkansas pay every time. They had an open shooter. It seemed they drained it, and that's what the good teams are going to do. I also get the sense with this team, and sometimes it is this way with young, talented teams. Also, when you have a mix of players who've, in some cases played in the biggest games college basketball can offer, there's going to be a little bit more attention paid to that Duke game going in than maybe there is the Samford game or the game last night. And I'm not knocking those teams, but I'll bet when Arkansas plays Duke in Chicago, it's a heck of a game.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Here's Cal on his situation with this team right now. A little bit different than the Mark Pope interview we heard earlier, but still wants to see some
Never seen you this
improvement.
Day. Ever.
No one's afraid of us. Why is that? They're not afraid. They're coming in, push them, shove them, go rebound. They're not going to rebound on you if you're bodying them. We got it, and again, it's not on these players. It's on me.
Just trying to figure it out. Just trying to get them to play together at a certain level, share the ball, not play. Basketball, you get players in a situation like this that are used to being the guy on their team. And how do you get a bunch of guys who are used to being the guy to still be the guy, but also be part of a bunch of other guys?
Well, you got to be blue collar on the defensive end. You can be a white tablecloth guy on the offensive end. You can be smooth as silk, but you got to be a little nasty on that other end. And they're just not quite to that point right now. They out-rebounded these guys last night, but the problem was they gave up 18 second-chance points. There were some situations that came up where they got boards in critical moments and got stickbacks. And, obviously that's not something you can have. You win the overall rebounding battle. It's pretty much a push in terms of offensive boards and second-chance points. I think Arkansas got 14 second-chance points, which isn't bad, but giving up 18 sometimes that'll get you beat.
We just got a lot of work to do, folks. You got no one that's afraid of us. They just come in and let's go. Well, that means you don't have enough dogs on the court. Bottom line, they're going by, they're being physical. They're like, holy geez, we can go at these guys. We got things we got to work out.
That's what you're talking about.
That's pretty much it right there.
That's Cal talking after the game to the crowd and on the radio, which he does after the games. By the way, I've seen we'll get into Hunter's TV appearance last night on behalf of the college football playoff, now as the selection committee chairman, which he took the role after Mack Rhoades stepped away for personal reasons, as well as the
quotation mark
AD job. By the way, is there anything that you could do to start more rumors than tell people you're leaving for personal reasons?
Yeah.
I don't know what a better answer is.
It could be anything.
But anytime somebody says they're leaving for personal reasons, the only thing people do is, I wonder what it is.
Right.
I mean, you're literally begging the question.
And then eventually somebody finds out, and
they make it up. In today's world, they make it up. I mean, that's the other.
Oh, I mean, a reporter will find out exactly what's going on with Mack Rhoades.
But there'll be a whole lot of other people who aren't reporters who think they found out.
And there's been a lot
and
of
they're going to report that.
He's just in a bad spot. I mean, there's no way out in terms of like avoiding the spotlight. I mean, when you step away, when you're an AD,
I
step away.
I think his time as an athletics director.
I mean, whatever you say is,
it's come to an end.
Probably
at Baylor.
End.
Probably
at least
there.
at Baylor.
Yeah, but the other thing so we'll get into, we get sidetracked on Mack Rhoades' personal reasons.
Yeah.
When I'm not here, can you just not say it's for personal reasons?
Bo's gone, personal reasons.
I think that's now our new thing, though.
It is.
It's got to be Chuck's out for personal reasons.
Yeah, personal reasons.
Chuck's late. Chuck's not here right now for personal reasons, and we really can't talk about it.
Yeah.
And he may be back, but we're not sure.
If you'd respect my privacy, please.
We're not even quite sure exactly what the personal reasons are, but we'll get back to you.
That's right.
6:43. The other thing, Hunter was one thing we'll get into, but the other thing is the size of the crowd. I'm seeing people tweet pictures or videos of the size of the crowd last night, and I really don't get it. I don't get why people are making a deal about this, but we'll get into it. Of course you do.
You have thoughts, Bart?
Yeah, Bart's in the Chevy of Fayetteville situation.
Mean thoughts?
Yeah, it's time to hear from Bart. We'll do that when we come back. Chuck has a little bit of a bad habit of getting on Facebook and buying things.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Football season's here, and Flight by Yuengling is the light beer built for game days. Tastes like a Yuengling, but it's a light beer, and only 95 calories. Flight raises the bar for what a light beer should be, and now it comes in a 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle and skinny cans. Perfect for tailgates, watch parties, or just kicking back after the game. Pick it up at your favorite store or ask your bartender. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag is still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Friends, I'd like to introduce you to Woodhouse Spa Rogers. It's the kind of place you go to relax. Get a tea, signature mimosa, glass of champagne. You get treated like a king or a queen for a while. Woodhouse Spa Rogers is a customizable spa experience with every service tailored to your needs. And for the holidays, what a great gift idea. Woodhouse Spa gift cards are as meaningful as they are effortless. The gift of truly relaxing. Woodhouse Spa Rogers in Pinnacle Hills or online at rogers.woodhousespas.com. This is not interesting. It's just interesting to us.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Call the flipping show and have a conversation. Like, call the show, bring up a point, let's discuss it if you want to. But I don't think you have the guts to.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You gotta have the guts to call in. Don't hide behind the keyboard. 877-377-6963. And if you're coming after me, today's your day. I'm a little tired.
Really?
Oh, well, it's Wednesday.
You're vulnerable?
I'm vulnerable today.
It is November 19th. We do it once a year.
We do it once a year. Come after Bo. Every November 19th. It's come after the former jockey, the former midget wrestler Bo.
Oh,
Here I am today, making my appearance.
I'll take on every one
I'll
of you.
take him on.
Bring him on.
It's November 19th.
I'll
We
fight
do it
every one of you people.
Every year on November 19th. It's just to get me ready for Thanksgiving. See what I'm grateful for, in just a few days. A week from tomorrow, actually. Thanksgiving, Arkansas and Duke.
To imagine.
All right, people are doing this on social media, and it's just one of the reasons that sometimes you just think maybe I should just never be on social media because people just have to have something to complain about. And it's the size of the crowd last night. And I get it wasn't a full house. I'm going to offer a perspective before Bart tells me his feelings on the crowd in the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room. If you've had kids or if you have a life, I don't know who doesn't besides retired people and people with no kids. Like, I don't know who just has the ability to go to every weeknight basketball game. I don't know. Like there are other things going on. And because they're playing a basketball game on a Tuesday night or a Monday night or a whatever night, especially if you're planning on going to the ones later in the year, and also how your kid's schedule lines up with their things they're involved with. And so, like, I don't look at the crowd and go, man, that's just embarrassing. I mean, it did cross my mind. I wonder how Cal feels, all these guys on the staff being at Kentucky, playing in front of a packed house every night. But also, I know how they felt at the end, and all those crazies that don't have any life balance that are running a Hall of Fame coach out of town. I'm just not tore because when the games get big and when they matter and when you need a crowd, they're probably going to be there.
What are your thoughts, Bart?
Well, I mean, look, I think the schedule is a lot to blame. Look, Cal likes to schedule these big showcase games on neutral sites, and that's really great for the program and for program exposure and for making Arkansas basketball a national brand again. Like these are big time games, like Duke, Texas Tech, Houston. Those are big time showcase games. That comes at the expense of your home schedule in non-conference play. Now Arkansas gets a game against Louisville on a Wednesday night at Bud Walton Arena. They'll get a game against Michigan State at Bud Walton Arena next year. But the rest of the non-conference schedule is littered with teams who, let's be honest, and with all due respect to these teams, half the fans have never heard of. Like, they don't know who Winthrop is. They don't know who Queens University is. Maybe some know who James Madison is because that's where Signetti came from. But this is
got a good football program.
Yeah.
I know that.
But I mean, look, when you schedule games like UCA and Samford and Winthrop and Jackson State on weeknights at 7:00, you're not going to get great crowds, and that's always been true here, as far back as my memory goes, at least. Like those just aren't great games. Plus, you have the thing where you can watch every single game now from the comfort of your own home. There's a convenience factor at play too.
There are a lot of comfortable homes around here.
There are, and frankly, like would I mean, if you have you're married
get
with
on
kids.
Weichert's website, you can see a bunch of them.
See, I think this is much ado about it.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
I think this is much ado.
That's
I
what
would
I'm
say
saying.
the one
There's
thing,
nothing to see
the,
here.
The one thing I would say is like if it's halftime after halftime, and it's clear that people aren't there, let fans come down and fill up the lower bowl. Like, just make it look better on television.
Get on the phone with Landmark Security. Tell them.
That's not a difficult thing to do.
It's always the people who aren't there who are telling you how small the crowd was. Have you ever noticed that?
Yes. No, there's some people that were there too that were tweeting it out. But yes, it's the way it looks on television. The way it looks on television.
Help the fans out a little bit.
Just make an announcement at halftime. John George, just
come
get on the PA
come on
system.
down.
Come on down.
Find you an open seat.
Find you a seat. And there's a free popcorn.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring popcorn around. It's like the welcome.
Let's
much ado about
we
nothing.
overcomplicate everything.
Guys,
man.
we have failed the people this morning. We haven't really talked about the coaching search.
I know.
Oh,
we gotta get back to business.
I have some news.
Business coming up next.
This fall, don't just pay for a heating tune-up. Make it part of a Paschal membership and get year-round benefits for your home. For as low as $8.99 a month, your annual tune-up is included. Plus, members get exclusive discounts on air, plumbing, and electric services. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your home, budget, and peace of mind with Paschal. Visit gopaschal.com to learn more and join today. And Razorback fans, we've got exciting news. Paschal is now proud to be the official air, plumbing, and electric provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more, they carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today. Hey, it's Bo, and I want to share something that's completely enhanced my day-to-day life. About a year ago, I started telling you about the Sweatnum Edge. Well, over the last several months, here's what's happened for me. My energy level is completely different. My exercise gains have seen a big jump. My mind is clearer, and frankly, life is just more enjoyable. Now, that's my story. What about you? Search the Sweatnum Edge online and get a free evaluation today. It's made a big difference for me, and I know it can for you too. The Sweatnum Edge.
Hey folks, Chuck Barrett here, the voice of the Razorbacks. And if you're ready for freedom from glasses or contacts, there's only one name you need to know: McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's LASIK, clear lens exchange, or advanced cataract surgery, they've got the solution to help you see your best, no matter your age. Doctors Betts and Mengarelli are the real deal, 2 of the most experienced surgeons anywhere. They've even taken care of my eyes, and now I'm seeing the basketball court crystal clear. I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye, and you will be too.
For Chuck Barrett, I'm Bo Madden.
Yeah.
Good morning. Hey kids, how about a bagel?
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
We've got to have a therapist come in here and just help us work through the past and how today doesn't have to be yesterday.
We do shows like this to avoid discussions like that. So let's just keep that out of the workplace, okay? That defeats the entire purpose of even being here. I'm as deep as I want to get in this room. Let me just tell you, I'm not going any deeper with you guys. I'm not playing your little self-help game. I'm not doing that.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
Driving my son to school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I worry we've strayed over the course of the first hour of the show today. We've talked about consequential things like the game last night. And we've strayed away from the coaching search and the rumor that has come to dominate the sports scene
danced
lately.
around all the big topics.
Well, we've avoided the elephant in the room.
And a Nick Pringle tangle up.
Yeah.
That's what it's being called.
Yeah.
We didn't even get into that. That game could have gone completely
It really
the other
could
way
have.
with a technical foul.
I was
or
afraid they were going to start
free
shooting
throws.
free throws because all it would have taken would have been something uneven to have awarded a couple of free throws to Winthrop. And, I'm sure they'd have made them both. And, I mean, they're making everything else. And so I might have gone the other way. But I was a little nervous there.
But it didn't.
No, it didn't. You're
Arkansas
right. It
won
didn't.
the game. And but Hunter Yurchek was on TV last night representing the selection committee. And we've got a coaching search that we haven't really talked much about. So if you're just joining us, you're just on time because I think Bart's got a list.
Bart, do you have info? Do you have new information?
Well, I have a story.
Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room. Together, let's drive. You can drive a Chevy right now. You go to the Chevy of Fayetteville lot there inside the auto park, and they got year-end savings, some 0% financing opportunities. Stop by, see Chris, Mark, Denver, and the gang. Together, let's drive. Bart, what do you have? Good morning.
Good morning, guys. I have a story here, and I'll just give you the headline. It says, Hogs closing in on a coaching hire.
Oh, gosh. Yes, they are.
What's our initial reaction?
My reaction is they're going through an interview process right now with a handful of candidates.
The headline, though, would lead you to believe it's imminent.
Right.
Like it could happen today.
Maybe it will. Maybe it won't.
No, it
Who can
won't.
say?
But what if that is a smokescreen that I was told? What if what I was told
it's
isn't
not
correct?
true?
I mean, coaching searches, man. Oh, are you tired of it? Are you done with it? Are
Well,
you ready?
now, I've had some people say that to me, and I want to reply, well, this is exactly what you wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been
That's
clamoring.
right.
You've been after this for a year.
At least.
So here we are.
Yeah.
You just got a little bit more of it than maybe asked for. You got 10 weeks of it when normally 2 or 3 is enough.
Yeah, it is.
Let's cut to the chase and get this done. 10 weeks is a long time.
Oh, it gets me going just talking about
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm sick of it. I am. I'm not going to lie. And I think a lot of people are too. But again, this is what we wanted.
When people come up to me and I know it happens to you daily. And people come up to me and they say, "All right, who's the coach going to be?" I look at them like, "Are you serious?
Yeah, like you know.
Are you serious?
What's your honest opinion?
Are you serious?"
Honestly,
But what's
Bo.
really going to happen?
Yeah, honestly, Bo, who do you think's
What's
going to
really
be the
gonna
coach?
happen?
Honestly.
I'm like, this is not, the personal Chuck and Bo show moment here. Like, just, I don't know. We've talked about it for 3 hours.
I know you
4
know.
if you count the before and after the
Yeah.
show and during the break.
That's right.
Right.
What do you have, Bart? Who wrote this story?
This is a story from our friend Otis Kirk.
Otis.
You better watch out.
There
Okay.
are. I'm just reading what's.
Tell me
written.
what Otis wrote.
So many names have been linked to the Razorbacks. James Franklin was a favorite among many fans, and I think that's pretty much all he was, but opted for Virginia Tech. The phrasing there is interesting. Ed Ogeron and P.J. Fleck have been floated out there by some, and I would say none with any credibility, but neither will be the Arkansas's next head coach. Dan Mullen had a lot of steam early from some, but denied interest and suggested they hire Gus Malzahn. Who are some? I would like to know who the some are.
Listen, what it
because
might
it
as
sounds
well
like
say,
fans.
message boards have clamored for these names. Anyhow, keep going.
Then it says, today I will look at 5 coaches who have drawn various amounts of coverage related to this job. These are in no particular order. I'm just going to give you the 5 names.
Okay.
Pat Fitzgerald, Bob Chesney.
That's all you.
Your guy.
You're the guy that started Kenny's brother rumor.
I saw he's a front runner for some job.
That's all your fault.
UCLA. He's front
Yeah,
runner.
UCLA.
That name did not exist. Kenny's brother Bob did not even exist until you brought it
What
up.
a
And that's
talented
the
family.
truth.
What a talented family.
Bob was a late bloomer. Bob Chesney, James Madison, replaced Kurt Signetti, little known brother of Kenny Chesney.
Followed a very similar career path to Signetti as well.
Is Kenny Chesney's name in a column?
No.
Okay. Keep going.
Oh man, Jimbo Fisher.
Oh, mercy sakes alive.
Jimbo.
0 chance.
No.
0 chance. John Sumrall and Dabo Sweeney.
Oh my gosh. How was it phrased that we're going to talk about 5 names? What?
Who have drawn various amounts of coverage related to this job.
Well, I mean, I guess
that's not inaccurate.
No,
I mean, they've
rank,
drawn various
rank
amounts
the
of
5
coverage.
candidates on how excited you would be about them being the next head coach at Arkansas.
Well, I'd love to see Kenny around.
Yeah.
So Bob would be number one on my list.
3 tickets.
Jimbo would be a hoot.
Jimbo would be dead last by 10 miles.
I saw a picture of, it was obviously Doctor, but it was supposedly Jimbo at Planet Fitness. You know, over there on the west side of town.
I saw that.
Jimbo Fitness is working out at Planet Fitness.
I saw that. I got to tell you.
He may well have been at a Planet Fitness. It was not the one in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
And if you notice,
it looked like it.
If you look at the picture, he's wearing Texas A&M wind pants.
Yeah.
If you really look at it closely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's wearing team-issued gear.
And I want to tell you, you can see some things out of Planet Fitness. But I don't think Jimbo's there, not in Fayetteville. But if Jimbo said to Hunter Yurachek, I'll give you all the money I got from my buyout for NIL and the football program, I don't think he'd still hire him.
No.
I don't know.
I think he said, if I gave you like all of the money I got from my Texas A&M buyout,
$70 million.
Can I have the job? He'd be like, no. I mean, that'd be probably the only way you might consider it.
Yeah. I think you consider everybody. I mean, like, Dabo Sweeney's not going to be the next head coach at Arkansas. Like, what are we?
No, he's not.
What are we
Listen,
doing
part
here?
of this is why we're exhausted. Like us,
Yes.
this crew in here, the Chuck and Bo show. The reason we're exhausted is because, and I know people, will take shots at us for saying something like this, but we do have some connectivity. Okay, we do have an idea, and we do know some of the names that are actually being talked to.
Legitimately.
And we also know the people that actually are not being talked to.
Correct.
And so when we read these stories or people float out names, which I get because they don't necessarily have information, and I'm not trying to put anybody above or below anything, but when you don't have information and you've got to talk about something for 8 weeks, this is what you do. You talk about
the names that fans are talking about.
Fans are talking
And
about.
I don't fault
right.
Otis in any way.
Right, but I'm just talking about any show, any podcast, any people writing. And for us, I think it's exhausting where it's just like, because we keep getting asked about it, and like these are not real things. James Franklin was never a real thing.
He was not a factor. And
No.
people keep this pisses me off.
Well,
This
all right.
really does piss me
All
off.
right, get after him.
I am sick. I am sick and tired of certain people in the media spreading false reports about James Franklin, that Arkansas missed on James Franklin, that Arkansas took a swing and just whiffed, and he decided to go to Virginia Tech. He did decide to go to Virginia Tech. Arkansas did not miss on James Franklin. He was not a factor in the coaching search. Was there some sort of like initial reach out or whatever? Sure, but that was it. This was not some big presentation. Hunter Yurachek didn't go fly on his private jet and meet with James Franklin for 24 hours.
And pitch him.
Give him the hard sell. And then James Franklin was like, Nah, I'm good.
No.
I'm going to Virginia Tech.
That did not happen.
That's what people are making it seem like happened. And that did not happen.
And you know what? He's mad about it.
I know.
Well, because like this is how like this crap is irresponsible.
Well, I mean,
it's irresponsible.
I've determined we can't police the media.
I think most people, if you want to get right down to it, are doing the best they can. I think everybody's under a certain amount of pressure to come up with a story. I'm trying to be magnanimous here. I mean, I really am.
I know.
I'm showing my soft spot here.
I know.
Everybody's
He's doing it.
Everybody's doing bless his heart. Absolutely, doing the very best he can. And
now we
look, a coaching search will make a liar
weeks.
out of you at some point.
Yes.
You will
Sure.
spread false information unintentionally.
100%.
Everybody that follows this thing, they're trying. Look, everybody's got somebody that tells them something. Everybody's source. I got a so-and-so, whatever they say to you to make you believe they might know what they're talking about. These are things you got to determine. Does this guy know what he's talking about? Does he not? There are degrees of sources. Some sources are good, some sources aren't. Just because somebody's told you something doesn't mean you need to blurt it out to everybody. But that's kind of where we are right now because there's so much pressure to do that.
Well, and also, it's no fun to talk about Eric Morris and Jeff Traylor and Sumrall at Tulane or whatever. So you've got to talk about
with all due
names.
respect.
With all due respect to those guys. But like in a coaching search, if you're hosting a show or you're writing a column, that doesn't get anybody excited. So you got to say, what if Dabo Sweeney decided he wanted to leave Clemson?
Right.
What if
And I
Lincoln
don't
Riley
necessarily-
decided he was tired of being out there by the
Hell,
beach?
I said
what
Lincoln
beautiful-
Riley's going to go to LSU, going to end up at LSU.
Yeah,
It's a prediction.
Well, somebody actually told me that.
It's a prediction. It's not like
gonna happen.
I don't like seriously like I'm not reporting that. There's a difference, and what happens is people spread this James Franklin nonsense, and it just makes Arkansas look bad.
I don't know if this is going to hurt.
You're trying to make Arkansas look good, but you're actually making Arkansas look worse.
I don't know if this is going to hurt anybody's feelings or put you in a bad mood today, but I'm going to say this, and I don't think I'm wrong. And Chuck just said, coaching searches will make liars out of everybody. But if they don't hire Bobby Petrino or Gus Malzahn, you're going to have to Google the name of the person they hired to find out more about their career. That's the truth. Now, if it makes a liar out of me, anything can happen.
But that's not uncommon.
That's why
that's not uncommon.
No, my
around
point is
here.
a follow-up to the previous one.
Right.
You can rattle off all these names because
you're
it's
right.
exciting.
Yeah.
But it's not reality.
No, you're right. That's exactly right. This week is the
saying I
first
need to
time
build
we've
out
kind of
some more-
moved into the
some more
realistic part of
dossiers.
it.
That's what we said. And also, you've done a great job of sniffing out things that aren't true, like the ultimatum at Ole Miss.
Well,
and,
that was.
And I think today you've said that you find it unbelievable, not like, oh, it's unbelievable. Like, it's literally not believable that Lane Kiffin's family flew to Gainesville and toured the city and flew to Baton Rouge and toured the city.
I think they've been there before. I mean, I do find that really hard to believe. Yes, I find that very, very hard to believe.
Unless Lane did it on purpose, because that would be a Lane move.
That would be a Lane move. That would be a total.
He's got to be loving this.
Yeah, that public persona, I think, probably is eating it up. Deep down inside, I think there's part of him that is eating this up. But I'll bet you inside the walls of their football building, it's a lot closer to business as usual than you might think.
877-377-6963. What name do you want to add to the coaching search?
Let's just start making
No,
stuff
seriously, we got to get this over with. I can't take much more of it. 716.
Oh, no, I don't want Lane Kiffin at LSU. I want weird stuff going on.
The Chuck and Mo Show.
Distribution Solutions Incorporated began providing superior customer service back in 1997 based out of Harrison, Arkansas, and they're supporting our local communities today and always looking for professional OTR drivers. DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people, and when you work with DSI, it feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters. If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond, you're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag, still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry, it's your story.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
He's Chuck Barrett.
He's Bo Mattingly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I mean, there are negatives that are you can point to fairly readily, and I don't mean that against any of them. We've all got negatives.
Let's talk about that.
I'm not going to lie.
What are they?
But I'm not going to talk about it either.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
877-377-6963. It's Come After Bo Day.
Pummel Bo.
November 19th. We do it every year on this day.
Beat the hell out of Bo.
Once a year.
Once a year.
Once a year. We're getting ready for Thanksgiving. Bart, are you hosting Thanksgiving?
No, my parents are.
But you're going to be in charge.
No, I won't be in charge.
You'll be in charge of the discussion.
You're going to be
in
a key ingredient,
in
the Thanksgiving festivities. You're going to be a key ingredient. Will you be the straw that stirs the drink?
I'll do some cooking.
He'll be the straw that stirs the conversation.
Yeah. I'll do some
at
cooking.
the dinner table.
The designated argument starter.
Are you doing dinner or lunch or what is this?
It's an earlier day event. Yeah. Around lunchtime.
Talk a little politics.
No,
Yeah.
probably
Will you guys
not.
get into it a little bit?
Well, is there
No.
generally somebody that starts a discussion
Events of the day.
that sort of turns into a little bit of a passionate debate?
Not usually. No.
Will
No,
you
not
talk
with this
about the
crew.
coaching search?
I'm sure I will be asked about the
Yeah,
coaching search
yeah, Bart,
many
they're gonna
times
hire over there.
the course of the day.
You like that, though. You enjoy being able to pontificate.
He likes holding court.
You do. I've seen it firsthand. Witnessed it here
He's a
on the
man
show.
in his element.
Seen it at Big Creek Country Club at that Champions Dinner.
Well, you got to
Beef
put on
put
a show.
on the
You got to
night
put on a
before.
show for the people.
You get energy from it.
Yeah, well,
I get
sure.
drained by it. At this point in the coaching search.
Bart gets his
Well,
energy from the people.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they do. The masses give Bart his energy. They do. It's an incredible thing to watch.
Craziest thing you've heard so far in the coaching search? Like from a fan suggesting something to
John Gruden.
I think I've got that beat.
Really?
Yes. Lunch the other day. Guy says to me, "What do you think about the coaching search?" And I took a deep breath.
Yeah.
And I let it out
Were you buying or
slowly
was
for
he
10
buying?
No, I was not with this person.
Oh, okay.
No, I was walking out.
Oh, I see.
I had lunch with
Oh,
Kara, and I'm
they
leaving.
wanted a freebie.
Yes.
I got you. They wanted a freebie.
They wanted the little
Okay.
dance thing.
Yeah, they wanted to dance without paying for it. Okay.
So I said, I rattled off, basically what I said earlier. And then he said, "You know what I think they should do?"
No, but I'm dying for you to tell me.
I think, yeah, that's right. I said,
Yeah.
"No, what do you think they should do?" I'll take the bait. And looking at my watch. And he said, "I think Petrino should stay on as offensive coordinator, and Malzahn should come in and be the head coach."
Yeah.
No,
I'll bet they'd never have a disagreement.
If you're me, what do you say to that?
Well, I think that
Politely.
I think that would take care of all the fan fiction around Arkansas football for the last 20 years.
Hey, I'm just thinking about the meeting room. How many gosh darns would Gus be saying, and how many not gosh darns would Petrino be saying?
Well,
how would that meeting go?
I just thought to myself, like there may be an infinite amount of things that could happen besides that.
Yes, there are many things.
Like an infinite amount.
Yeah. Like it would be more believable that Andy Reid would be the next head coach of the Razorbacks than Gus Malzahn would be with Bobby as
It'd be a
his
short
OC.
list if you started thinking crazier things than that. It would be a short list.
Yeah, but it was as serious a conversation as, maybe just leave Petrino the head coach. It was literally like it was said like that. But you know what would probably be great is if they would just move Petrino to offensive coordinator and bring in Gus. And I'm like, Gus is an offensive coordinator. Gus is a play caller.
He's a shot caller.
Like these two guys are like they don't go do that. So anyhow, that was.
So anyway,
that happened.
Hey, sorry, man, I gotta go.
And I've heard a lot of things, and a lot of things that I just thought, man. But the way people come at this, and it just shows you we're all fatigued with the coaching search.
Well, everyone is. Look, I've lived in Arkansas all my life. I grew up in a small town. I know what happens when one interesting story is uttered from one person to another. I just know how it goes.
Telephone.
I would just love, just for the sheer entertainment fact of it, I would just love if we got to the end and all this stuff happened and Hunter announced like right before the Missouri game that Petrino was going to be the head coach moving forward. And we've talked about every name on earth.
Well, that was fun.
We did all of that. And he's right here the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Is Lane Kiffin going to LSU? I mean, at this point, it's just here's what. Seriously, though, here's what is.
It is the big domino.
Fascinating.
It is the big domino.
What's fascinating is just what is going to be the movement in college football, and how fast it's all going to happen within a few days. As soon as one thing happens, it's just. And does Arkansas get their coach announced before all this sort of goes down?
Well, the one thing we do know is that Franklin going to Virginia Tech, as big a story as it is not the one that started the dominoes falling. I mean, basically nothing's happened since then other than just a bunch of speculation. Kiffin is the one that everybody's waiting on, but they may not be able to wait that long. You think about if Kiffin does leave, the Ole Miss job becomes a very desirable job for people like John Sumrall and Silverfield at Memphis and Eric Morris, all the names they're not going to be any happier about than some of our people have been. But those guys are going to be eyeballing that job, and they're going to want it. And so I think everybody's kind of playing the waiting game to see what he does, but they may not have the luxury of waiting much longer.
727-877-377-6963 if you want to get on the Chuck and Bo show here.
And it's what makes people like Bobby Petrino and Gus Malzahn and Pat Fitzgerald, it's what makes them viable. Because all the other guys are still coaching, and these guys are accomplished coaches with, they're available now.
Yeah. I mean, Rich Rod went back to West Virginia last year.
Yeah.
Rod on I-40, driving that truck.
That has not gone very well so far.
Hasn't.
We're driven by DSI
good morning.
on the
Hey,
Chuck
Rod.
and Bo show on the morning drive here. DriveDSI.com. Rod, good morning. What's happening?
Good morning. I really felt sorry for Mark Pope. I can't believe I felt sorry for a Kentucky basketball coach, but he really got ambushed by his friend. Oh, I know things are crappy. I know you look like hell. But, I feel sorry for it. It was like the most backhanded I feel sorry for you I ever heard in my life.
Hang on a second,
If
Rod.
I was-
Rod, hang on one second. Just hang on.
All right, Mark. This is probably, I think, as down as I've seen you, period, since I've known you. What are you going through right now in terms of the frustration after this loss?
Yeah.
See, that's performative right there, number one. First off, I doubt Jeff Goodman and Mark Pope are like, the pals that maybe he's insinuating there that they might be.
That's something like this.
They're not even anymore.
Yeah, well, yeah. Nobody gets closer. It's like he was trying to make him cry.
God.
It was like, hey, can I get his voice to break?
It made me cry, but I was laughing when I was doing it.
Yeah.
Why am I laughing at somebody else's pain?
Let's listen to
That's
more.
not good.
Let's listen to more of this.
You hinted at something like this a week or so ago before the Louisville game or after the Louisville game. Did you sense that this has been kind of brewing throughout the preseason?
What is he talking about?
Yeah, I could see it
I
coming.
could sense we were going to get our butts kicked by Michigan State.
That is so sad.
Oh. It was such a good
But I
interview.
tell you, the coaching search, I can't tell you who I do want. Silverfield would be fine. I can tell you who I don't want. I don't want anybody named Morris. Nobody says the M word. You say it 3 times, he shows up like Beetlejuice. I don't know. Let's just take that one right off the table right now, sir.
Just because of his last name.
Yes. I cannot, no. I would have a nervous breakdown in the truck. I mean, I would have to leave for personal reasons. You know what I mean? It would just not be a good thing ever. Yeah, nobody says the M
Oh,
word.
he's going to
Do you
go
think that-
somewhere and go 10-2, and you're going to go, I knew we should have hired him. Hunter let him slip away. Had him right there. He wanted the job. We just wouldn't pay him as much money. We're so cheap.
No, I was sitting in a corner in the fetal position when Morris was here. I mean, it was like, I don't want to talk about blah, 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 no football, can't hear you. I mean, now, no.
Just for the record, these guys are not related. This is not like Bob and Kenny Chesney. There's no relation, or Jerry and Ken Palm. No relation between Eric and Chad Morris.
I love Bob Chesney. Oh, Bob Chesney. James Madison came on the scene moments ago, earlier this week, when Bart brought him on the scene.
That's right.
Kenny's brother, Bob.
He introduced him to America.
It's got to happen now, just for the sake of the bit.
By the way, just for clarity, I don't think
Chesney.
I don't think they're brothers. We're brought to you in part by First Security Bank, helping you bank better every day. How do you bank better? More convenient locations and friendly local bankers. That's how you do it. FSBank.com online. First Security Bank, member FDIC. Oh, it's a Wednesday, and you can tell.
Hold on, guys. I'm on the Chuck and Bo show. Hold on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Chuck, you've been around a while, and look, I don't mean that ugly, and Bo, you've been around not as long as Chuck.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
If you enjoy fake AI-generated stories and getting scammed on the internet, Facebook is for you.
That's what I like. That's what I want.
Yeah.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, if you haven't seen Easton McCullough play at Farmington yet, sophomore girls basketball player, has all kinds of offers to all kinds of major women's college programs in the country. You're missing out. 2-0 early in the season. She had 31 against Mountain View the other night in a 72-41 win. Can shoot the lights out. She's the Lindsay Management Varsity Vibe Athlete of the Week. Go watch her play. Do yourself a favor at some point. Just go find a Farmington game and watch Easton McCullough play.
10th grader?
You can look her up on social media and see all kinds of highlights. Yeah. Baller. Lindsay Management Athlete of the Week, Varsity Vibe. You can check it out in the Varsity Vibe Bolton. Comes out Winbart twice a week.
Twice a week, Tuesdays, Fridays.
Tuesdays and Fridays. It's free. Go to varsityvibearkansas.com. Subscribe. It comes to your email. Free. 877-377-6963. We've heard from Mike Gundy. I don't know that Mike Gundy has said a word since he was fired at Oklahoma State. Has anybody heard a word from Mike Gundy?
I have not personally talked to him, no.
He videoed himself.
He took a selfie video.
He took a selfie video and made an announcement on his, it looks like he's on the ranch, on the farm. This is the first we've heard from Mike Gundy since he was fired at Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State fans, I'm hearing we're a hockey school now. How about that? Oklahoma State hockey. You guys better get your tickets right now to Bedlam, February 28th. I need to come see that myself. I'm excited. I like me some hockey. I'm fired up. Go Pokes hockey. I love that.
That's not what I thought we would hear. The first thing from Gundy. I didn't see that coming.
Okay.
I wouldn't have thought that either, just to be honest. I didn't know they had I'm sure it's like here.
It's
probably
perfect
a club
for him,
deal.
though. It's a perfect way to make his
Well, yeah, he's reemerging on the public scene.
I hope he starts a Twitter account.
Well, the best part was
I really do. That'd
Surely
be awesome.
someone hires him. Surely he's on one of these channels that carries Big 12 football. Are there channels that carry Big 12 football? Fox, yeah.
Are there channels that
CW?
Big 12 football?
I think that's the ACC.
Okay, but my
They are
point
on
is
something else, too,
My
I think.
point is Gundy would be
They're
great on
ESPN
television
as well.
They'd be
They're
great on
Fox
television.
and ESPN.
Yeah, he'd be awesome. He'd do a great job.
Business in the front,
I
party in the
can't.
back.
I can't say I don't do this. I mean, I'm probably just as bad. But watching Gundy record a video of himself, where it starts slowly, he's like, "Yes, it's recording." You can tell he's, and then he starts talking, and then at the end he stops, and it's like a full minute before he gets or second before he gets it
Hits the stop
stopped.
button.
Yeah,
Had to get his kid to edit it
yeah.
before he sent it.
No,
out.
I don't think he had any help.
Yeah.
I think Gundy's one of those guys who like does it himself.
Yeah, he's
he's like he's not
Just
going to
figures
take.
it out.
Yeah, he's not going to take the help. Speaking of first, that's the first time
Is
that I
Gundy
know
going to be our
we've
coach?
heard of Gundy.
What about Gundy?
Yeah. Would you stop?
I've heard that.
Would you stop?
I'm just joking.
Stop it.
What about Gundy?
Hey, who are the actual candidates for the Arkansas coaching?
Gundy.
We've been over this. Do you want to do it again?
I mean, people are asking. People are asking.
They're asking again.
Wait. What about Gundy and Ed Orgeron on the same staff?
And Petrino and Malzahn.
Yeah,
Petrino
bring
and
them all
Malzahn
in. It's a
together.
party. Why not?
Yeah.
Hey, let's just go down this road for a second.
If you have all play callers on your offensive
No,
staff, surely one of them can come up with a good play.
This is
surely. I mean, odds are.
This is a good exercise for somebody at lunch or coffee today.
Yeah.
Okay? Well, can we fill a staff up with everyone who is not a current sitting head coach that has been or has had some sort of success as a sitting head coach?
And all fired
So
staff.
so what do we need, like 9? Do we need 9 or 10? We need 10? Can we come up with 10?
Well, you got to have all these quality control guys, too.
No. I'm just talking about the on-the-field coaches.
Okay.
Who's coaching special teams?
No, get a list. Write this down. Get us a list going, okay? So we're just going to start at the top. Petrino, these guys are all, they're going to make up the staff, and then they're going to hold a vote amongst themselves on who the team captain's going to be, who the head coach will be. Okay? Petrino, Malzahn, Gundy, Orgeron.
He's your DC.
Fitzgerald,
Yeah.
Northwestern.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm going to need some help. That was the low-hanging fruit.
Well, you hire any of those guys and let them bring in a great defensive coordinator, give them about $20 million,
Eric Morris.
bang, you're
Eric
there.
Morris.
We got 5 more
Chad Morris.
former sitting. No, they've had to have success.
We got plenty of play callers on
Eric
offense
Morris
now.
has a dynamic offense.
Well, yeah, but he's a current head coach.
So
Do you want to add Houston Nutt in there?
Yeah,
6.
these are all former head coaches.
Former sitting
Houston
head
Nutt,
coaches
he's a
that
play
have had
caller.
success.
Yeah, Houston's involved.
That's 6.
What about John L? Somebody's got to coach special teams.
Nah.
Somebody's got to coach special teams.
He hasn't been that
Is
successful.
Reggie Herring still coaching?
And he
Can we go
wasn't,
get
he
him on
wasn't
the
a sitting
defensive
head
side of the
coach.
ball?
He wasn't a sitting head coach.
It's
Yeah, it's
one
true,
play battles for giant chunks of
I mean,
land.
special teams
Why would you
coordinator
not
John
want
L.
that on
Smith.
your
Okay,
special
7. So we got 7
Just for that
now.
role, no other role.
You got
Just
these
for that
written down?
role.
You got these
Chunks of land.
Chip Kelly's out there.
That sounds like real estate agent.
Chunks
in
of
Montana. It sounds like it's on Yellowstone.
That
when
might
you
be
pick
what
it
he's
up,
doing.
When you pick it up right there.
That might be what
Giant chunks of land.
For sale.
for all we know, he could be doing that right now.
Chuck, tell us about Weichert. while we
I mean,
come
he
up
was
with
involved
the
in
we
real
go
estate.
just
Giant
talking
chunks
about
of
it.
land.
Yeah.
Giant chunks
Yeah,
of land.
yeah.
Some of them have houses on it.
Giant
It's
chunks
incredible.
of land.
Yeah, they do. They can
turning giant chunks of
into
land
homes.
into homes
They've been
since
turning
1978.
giant chunks of land into homes for
Land.
as long as you can remember. They, you guys are making me laugh.
Oh, it's so
They really are good at what they do. I'm just telling you, they are. And if it's a giant chunk of land or
Chunks
a big
of
house
land.
or a small house, they will. They can help you get in at the price you're looking for. If it's time to sell that giant chunk of land, they're going to get a good price for it too.
That's right.
And beyond that, I don't really know what to say. No, they're in Northwest Arkansas,
First-time
Washington, and
home
Benton
buyers,
counties.
they can
Fort
help you.
Smith, yeah, first-time home buyers. No,
Even if
they're
it's
in
not a
Branson,
giant
too.
chunk of land, even if it's a small, tiny piece of land, it's your first home.
And you can log on to WeichertGriffin.com. They got pictures of their land on there, too.
Yeah.
Giant chunks.
Yeah.
Giant
And homes.
chunks of land.
It's all there.
7:43. Good morning. Wow. Everybody's welcome to their opinion. That's just flat out wrong.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Football season's here, and Flight by Yingling is the light beer built for game days. Tastes like a Yingling, but it's a light beer, and only 95 calories. Flight raises the bar for what a light beer should be, and now it comes in a 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle and skinny cans. Perfect for tailgates, watch parties, or just kicking back after the game. Pick it up at your favorite store or ask your bartender. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicher Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicher Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Imagine every sip and bite feels like you're celebrating the finer things in life. Chef Shiloh and the bartenders at Tusker's Tavern in Fayetteville have just dropped new menu items celebrating a cocktail culture and culinary craftsmanship. Daily happy hour, 5 to 6:30. 20% off wine by the glass and $5 local draft beer. And for fun, they've created Unhappy Hour, Monday through Wednesday from 9 to 11 p.m. with the same specials. It's Tusker's Tavern at the corner of Mission and Crossover in Fayetteville.
The nation's best home court advantage lives inside Bud Walton Arena. The Razorbacks are back inside the Basketball Palace of Mid-America, and Coach Calipari and the Hogs need you there and need you loud all season long. A limited number of single-game tickets are available right now. Just head over to ArkansasRazorbacks.com and purchase yours today.
I want to see you and Bart in the old three-legged race.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Let me just...
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you owning the day? Like, if you're not, at that point, it's still early enough to get your butt in gear, right?
Can I point something out here? It's okay to drag in the morning. It's okay. I mean,
You're not helping this.
I don't care. We're not a self-help show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Can John Gruden coach defense?
We got three
Is
more
Gruden a
coaches.
defensive guy?
Who's on the list? Who's on our list of?
Theoretically, he could.
Who's on our?
Well, he's a head ball coach, so I mean, he knows something about defense.
The fun exercise today is just name your staff, the whole staff. Like, we're going to get way too carried away with just one coach. I mean, we do the whole staff.
You got fertile territory.
But they all have to be former head coaches. They have to be former sitting head coaches with some modicum of success.
Preferably a play caller.
So we've got 7.
We've
so far.
We've got Bobby Petrino, Gus Malzahn, Mike Gundy, Ed Ogeron, Pat Fitzgerald, Houston Nutt, and specifically coaching special teams and nothing else, John L. Smith.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Is that 7? Is that right?
Giant chunks of land.
Yeah. Okay.
So we got one guy on defense. We got Coach O to coordinate the defense. And
we need 3 more. By the way, Petrino can coach any position.
He can
coach any position on the field.
Yeah.
No, he really can. He could. I mean, listen, we've left the most obvious one off the list. The best DB coach in the world, Nick Saban.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
He doesn't want to be the head coach, but he'd come in and coach DBs.
Might as well get him in there.
Can you imagine? That would, yeah. I mean, so we've got 2 more coaches. Who's going to get the tight ends?
Well, Houston's probably your wide receivers and tight ends.
Yeah,
coach.
he coached wide receivers one time. That's close enough.
Okay. We got. I mean, it's Urban Meyer's available.
Fitzgerald's probably your
A lot of
DC.
offense guys.
O's probably your defensive line coach.
Yep.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
You don't think there'd be any conflict? A couple of large personalities like that. Orgeron, Fitzgerald.
I think Coach O wins.
How about Gary Patterson? There we go. Gary Patterson to come over and help the defense.
Yeah, that's a name right there.
Former TCU
He's
coach.
not doing anything.
Yeah.
And I'm
was
gonna,
on Baylor's staff for a bit.
And
while I was
speaking
there.
of Baylor,
He's
I'm
been
gonna,
a consultant for half the schools in Texas.
I'm
He's
gonna
clearly
throw it out
bored.
there.
No,
I know where you're going.
I'm gonna dot the I here with
Let's say it on
the
three.
final.
Let's say it on three.
1, 2, 3. Art Briles.
No.
Offensive genius.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Who's
not.
our staff? That's our staff. Who is it? Who's
not-
the staff?
I'm not adding him.
We built the entire staff today.
So Petrino, is he the head
You have
coach?
to add him, or
the-
you got to replace him. 'cause
I'll
you're-
replace him. I'll find somebody else.
Well, you got to do it now because we're about to announce this. We're making the announcement. The Chuck and Bo coaching
It
staff.
should just be John Gruden, man.
Okay, put
Or
him
Al
on.
Golden.
Al Golden. No, he's in the NFL now, right?
Yeah. I like Al Golden.
But he is a former.
He's a former
head coach. That's not a
Someone
head coach
suggested
now.
Randy Shannon.
Chris Ash?
He was a head coach for a while.
Chris Ash.
No,
Chris Ash was.
he's at Notre Dame.
He's a former head coach.
I was saying guys you can get that are available.
Willie
right
Taggart.
Willie Taggart. What's that guy doing?
now. Not much.
He's got to be doing something, right?
I don't know.
He's the running backs coach for the Ravens.
Wow. Derrick Henry's
about
been
that?
fumbling. He's been fumbling. some
Charlie
this year.
Weiss, Mark Mangino, they're all those guys are available.
I think they're pretty well retired.
Yeah. Dave Wanstead.
Can we bring Bielema back?
I've got his
He's
number.
coaching.
I can give him a
Yeah, I
call.
guess
Yeah, we do.
That's right.
Call
Yeah.
him early in the day.
Dave
I like
Wannstedt.
Wanstead. Let's add
Yeah.
him. Let's add Wani.
I like Wanstead. Well, there you go. I mean, that's an
mustache.
exercise
That is a
for you
dream
today.
staff.
Yeah, it is really a lot. And then what I love about the idea is that they can get together as a staff and vote every year on who's going to be the head coach that year.
Who's coaching the
It's like the
offensive
team
line?
captains thing.
It's like student council.
Yeah, what a great idea. Like this year, it's
That
going to
is
be
a great
Petrino,
idea,
and next year, after they vote, it might be somebody else. You know, everybody's excited to work together.
Somebody said Lou Holtz.
What's so funny?
Bart's got his giggly goose going
He's
over
like
there.
90 something.
Yeah.
Bart,
You don't think it's plausible?
Bart is overcome with laughter.
This is actually how Bart reacts to all the
Yeah.
coaching news he reads.
Yes. Yeah. Butch Davis.
Yeah.
Butch Davis.
There
we
you
have
go.
not talked about
We
him
haven't.
in a while.
How did he not
Used
make his
to. There
way?
I mean, we
Thank
could
you,
not
Brian
have
Ford
a
Smith. That
coaching
made my
surge
morning.
without Butch Davis.
Tuberville used to be in there.
Yes.
Gus used to be in there. Butch Davis used to. Those are the guys
Play the
that were
hits,
always
baby.
in there.
Play the
That's
hits.
exactly right.
I don't get bring the head comb.
That's Lou Holtz.
Brian and Fort Smith, thank you so much for that.
That is good.
That is wonderful.
Lou Holtz.
Well, coming up, Brandon Marcello will join us.
Wonder who he thinks is going to be.
What's he hearing about coaches across the country?
What are you hearing?
What are you hearing?
What is going to
this
happen
a
when the
smoke
dominoes
screen?
drop? Is Drink staying at Missouri? Is Kiffin staying or
What
leaving
is
Ole Miss?
Drink doing? What is Eli Drinkwitz up to?
And who's going to be in and out of the playoff? The playoff rankings were announced last night.
They were.
There was some controversy around Miami and Notre Dame. Hunter had to get up and talk about it.
Yeah.
To
He's the chairman now.
to Reese Davis there on ESPN. He is. That's it. That's what he's going to do on Tuesday nights for a couple more weeks. What we got? 3 more weeks of this?
2, 3.
To win Selection Sunday.
Well, 2 plus conference
Yeah,
championship.
championship weekend.
Hey, you catch the show on demand. Spotify, Apple, wherever you get podcasts. Driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Drive with confidence. Almost 8 o'clock. Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine, like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites, like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk On Sports Bistro. We live for this. Friends, I'd like to introduce you to Woodhouse Spa Rogers. It's the kind of place you go to relax. Get a tea, signature mimosa, glass of champagne. You get treated like a king or a queen for a while. Woodhouse Spa Rogers is a customizable spa experience with every service tailored to your needs. And for the holidays, what a great gift idea. Woodhouse Spa gift cards are as meaningful as they are effortless. The gift of truly relaxing. Woodhouse Spa Rogers in Pinnacle Hills or online at rogers.woodhousespas.com. Need help growing your brand with strategy and creativity? At Vanquish Marketing, the mission is simple. Help businesses grow with clarity, kindness, and excellence. They don't just run ads or manage campaigns. They come alongside brands as a true partner. By creating data-driven marketing funnels and building strategies that scale, they equip their clients for long-term success. Guided by their core values, they know growth is about more than transactions. It's about people. Visit vanquish.marketing to jumpstart your brand today.
Chris in Fayetteville. You're on the news, weather, information station.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, we're full service, baby.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Hey, Joe, what are you hearing about the coaching search?
I don't care. I couldn't care less. Yeah, maybe they'll be back. I don't know. I think they'd be better off just turning that stadium into a soccer. They should just drop football as far as I'm concerned. I'm tired of the prima donnas and buying them new cars. I'm sick of it. I just had to get some stuff off I'm pissed off.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo Show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Good morning, Chuck.
Good morning. 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. 8:02.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, 8:02.
Yeah.
Going to be
flying by.
Cloudy with highs in the mid-70s today. Chance of rain overnight into tomorrow. Carson Beck's 23. Quarterback at Miami. Miami feels maybe a little slighted because they have a head-to-head win with Notre Dame and are a couple spots behind them in the playoff rankings that came out last night. Brandon Marcello's joining us, CBS Sports, 247 Sports, covering college football. We're going to get into it all here with Brandon. Brandon, good morning.
Brandon.
Good morning, guys. What's up?
Well, you tell us, Brandon.
Yeah.
You're the one in the middle of it all. Who's Arkansas going to hire?
One of probably the 20 or so candidates they've interviewed. They've talked to a lot of people, and apparently they're still talking. So
yeah, one of the things I've heard a lot is that Hunter's done a pretty exhaustive search.
Yeah, they've hit on a lot of different candidates, with different backgrounds. There isn't necessarily one type of coach they're kind of looking at. People talk about whether it's an offensive-minded coach or defensive-minded coach. He's had a pretty wide net from speaking to a bunch of people in the industry based off of what they've been told or been directly involved in, and that's continuing right now. I know everybody wants to hear that they've zeroed in on their guy and all that, but I will say also that in addition to Hunter Yurachek speaking to a lot of people, he's kept it about as close to the vest as he can as far as what his thinking is. So keep that all in mind. I know everybody's restless, and this has been going on since the end of September, but it's very difficult to make a quote-unquote hire when everybody else is coaching right now. And so unless he's got a target that is a coach who is not coaching right now, it's difficult to see them making a hire before the end of this regular season. And but that's the other thing. He has spoken to people who aren't coaching right now as well.
We kind of talked about this the last time you were here, that, the suspicion is there's just going to be an avalanche, a sudden avalanche. Something's going to happen, and then everything's going to happen. Is Kiffin the linchpin? I mean, or can people wait long enough for him to decide? Because a lot of these guys like, Morris and Sumrall, I mean, they might want the Ole Miss job if he leaves.
Yeah, that's a great point, Chuck, because if Lane Kiffin does leave Ole Miss, I think that changes things from the standpoint of some of the candidates you might even see involved at Auburn. As you mentioned, John Sumrall is someone that I think Ole Miss would be very interested in going after. I also think Ole Miss would probably give serious consideration to Pete Golding, their current defensive coordinator, who has done a pretty good job there the last couple of years. But, yeah, I mean, the avalanche is not going to come until that Saturday, Sunday, Monday after the regular season, after Black Friday, so to speak. And Kiffin is going to be, I've talked to a lot of people about what's going on there, and Kiffin's the only one who really knows what he's going to do, obviously. But a lot of the same kind of process that he's followed, or lack of process, is popping up once again based off of his past decisions. And if you guys want to talk about it, we can talk about it if you want, but I'm not certain what you guys want to get into.
Well, I mean,
we'll get into whatever you want.
Yeah, well, first of all, did his family really fly to Gainesville and LSU?
Yeah. What are they making
Baton
up?
Rouge?
What's true and what's not?
Yeah, family members did fly to Baton Rouge. They also did fly to Gainesville on Sunday. So they're shopping. They're window shopping, so to speak. They're looking around town and getting the lay of the land, so to speak. Lane Kiffin, as we've seen in the past, he tends to drag these type of things out. 3 years ago, or whenever that was, 3 years ago, Auburn, he was Auburn's number one target. I reported from within hours, not even hours, it was actually within minutes of Auburn firing Brian Harsin, that Lane Kiffin was their guy they're going to go after. And he let that drag on for a long time, much like it did that is doing right now through the end of the season. And at that point, everybody thought it hurt Ole Miss because they lost, I think, 3 straight games in a row, including the Egg Bowl. And the administration said, we learned a lot. It's not really going to happen again. And yet it's happening again right now. They're in a bye week. They don't want this to drag into next week. Look back also when he was the offensive coordinator at Alabama. He took the FAU head coaching job, and he was struggling so much with his job that Nick Saban told him to hit the road before the playoffs. Said, we can't have this. This isn't working out. So this is dragging on. I've talked to people at Ole Miss, directly tied to Ole Miss, and they're hoping to hear something back from him one way or another this week. They want an answer this week. Now, you saw Lane Kiffin yesterday go on the Pat McAfee show saying that there's no ultimatum. And as it's been turned to me, they wouldn't call it an ultimatum, but they've made it pretty clear to him, we need to get this behind us. We need to put this behind us. And, if I had to guess, which, listen, no one's going to be able to report this for certain right now, because if they did, they'd be a psychic, because only Kiffin will know this. But based off of everything they've told him, and with this being a bye week, and then their rivalry game against Mississippi State's next week, I would suspect that he's going to have to give them some type of clear answer and picture of what's going to be ahead by the end of this week. So hopefully there's some clarity there as far as what his intentions will be.
But Brandon,
but what are they going to do?
Well, yeah, what if he just says, I'm not ready to decide? I mean, what are they going to really say?
They can't do anything. They're not going to. Yeah, that's the thing. And Kiffin knows he holds all the power. You'd be silly to not think that. But it's frustrating to them. There's a lot of people around that program, they're getting sick of this stuff.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah, that's the thing. I get it.
Hey, I got one more question about Hunter. You talked about how the bulk of the activity is going to come Black Friday weekend, and I'm sure you're right. Will Arkansas, do you think he has in mind Arkansas being an exception to that? That based on some of the people that he has talked to, that maybe Arkansas would like to be a few days ahead of that? Are the people you're talking to indicating that might happen?
No, not necessarily. Okay. I will say that, again, Hunter's kept his intentions pretty close to the vest, based off just the people in the industry I've spoken to. But if he were to make a move before then, it would have to most likely be someone who's out of coaching right now. And that includes guys like Pat Fitzgerald, the former Northwestern coach, who his name, is probably going to come up at a place like Michigan State if that job were to open. So I wonder about his timing and his thinking and everything. And if Arkansas were to want to hire him, and I'm not saying they do, I'm just saying that they might want to try and get ahead of that. But again, there's a wide variety of candidates, and I think anybody who sits there thinking that maybe they got 3 right away right now, it's kind of hard to think that right now, at least among the people, the agents I speak to, because a lot of them are in the dark right now, even with their own candidates, their own reps, the coaches they rep, because they haven't really heard anything in the last few days.
I do 100% believe that Hunter feels like he got himself in a jam the last time around because thought he had, let's say, Kiffin, thought he had Leach, thought he had whomever, and those jobs came open, they took them, and I feel like if they've got a candidate that they really like that's willing to say yes right now, after as they go through this process, they want to beat this domino.
Oh, most definitely. And that's what any athletics director out there, wants to do. I know Hunter's very focused right now on being the chair of the College Football Playoff Committee, which, by the way, personally, I would never do, just because you open yourself up to so much criticism. Everybody's dissecting every single word, and we're seeing that this morning among the media when it comes to all these discussions about teams being ranked, Notre Dame, Miami, et cetera. But, as an AD, you better hope that you've got your own ducks in a row at home, so to speak, while you're doing all this stuff that's out very publicly. Because, obviously everything you do reflects upon not just yourself, but also the University of Arkansas. And, the casual fan out there from a 30,000-foot view doesn't care about who Arkansas is hiring, but they will be maybe a little bit more interested whenever that hire is made, because they'll go, oh, yeah, that's the guy who's in charge of helping pick, and is the face of the College Football Playoff Committee, is going to pick these 12 teams here in another week or two after Arkansas makes their hire. So it's an interesting spot. You don't see this very often with the face of the playoff committee also being in the middle of a coaching search.
Brandon, let me ask you this before we get you out of here. What do you find most interesting about the playoff rankings right now? Or maybe a better question is, who are you really watching that's sort of on the bubble? What's going to shake out over the next couple of weeks?
I am interested in Miami because they've had those 2 losses, and more recent losses, I should say. I can understand there's a big discussion point about why is Notre Dame ahead of Miami when Miami's got the head-to-head. If I was Hunter Yurachek, when I'm asked that question, all I would say is, well, because Miami's losses are more recent, and they don't look like the same team they did in week 1 that beat Notre Dame. And Notre Dame's been on an 8-game winning streak at this point. So I think it's very simple from that standpoint. I can understand why people want to look at the metrics and all that, but a lot of this simply does come down to your team right now is on a winning streak and is playing better than they did earlier in the season when they had that first week 1 game. And, I think when I looked at the rankings late last night, I didn't have much of an issue with it. I think the committee has done a pretty good job these first couple of weeks with ranking these teams.
Brandon, always great to catch up with you, man. I know you're constantly working the phones and all that. We appreciate you coming on and chopping it up with us, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah, thanks, guys. You have no idea. It is crazy out there right now.
Oh, and we're just getting started.
Yeah, we're just now getting into the home stretch.
I can't
man.
wait to talk to you in a month from now. It's going to be all the backstories are going to be incredible. We look forward to it.
If I could lose hair, I would lose more hair, but I get the feeling I might lose my beard. It's going to start falling out.
Yeah, just don't pick
That's
at
when
it
you're
too
in
much.
trouble,
Hey,
man.
happy Thanksgiving, and we don't talk to you.
All right, you too, guys.
All right, thanks.
Gosh,
Brandon
it is next
Marcello, CBS Sports, covering college football.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, before we go to a break, a lot of leaves out there. A lot of leaves. I mean, your gutters, it's time to have that done.
Leaves are undefeated.
Yes, they are, and they're winning big right now. And let me just tell you, Hog Trough Gutters is the answer. They'll get you back in that game. If you need gutter work done now, and there's a possibility that you do, maybe even a probability, Hog Trough Gutters is who we recommend. They're a local company. They've been doing it right for 30 years. I'm going to tell you, if you're in business and your job is to work on somebody's home, and you've been around in the same spot for 30 years and you've not had to change your phone number and move to 4 or 5 different offices, you're doing something right. And that's what they do at Hog Trough Gutters. Fully licensed Arkansas contractors, fully insured. Every job comes with a written 20-year warranty. Seamless gutters, trenching, French drains, all done right the first time. Log on to hoggutters.com.
I don't know if anybody else is having fun, but this is a blast for me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag, still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Today's been it's been a strange day.
Yeah, we've had some struggles here. Let's just be blunt. Can we be blunt?
Well, it's 50-50 at best.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You know, when you have two hosts on a show and one host is like laughing uncontrollably, the other one's supposed to talk. I don't know what to say.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oh, you can't believe anything you see on the internet now.
Isn't that the truth?
I mean, it's gone from like, well, I don't believe that because that's not a reputable report, to like, it's actually AI generated or made up. It's crazy.
This thing was real.
Bart
what we were
says
talking
it's
about
real.
in the break.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just a little, doesn't matter, but here it is. Bill Belichick's girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, is a part of a adult co-ed cheerleading team. And there's pictures.
Bill was there.
She loves to cheer.
There's pictures of Belichick at a cheer competition. I didn't know that co-ed adult cheer teams existed. I mean, I just thought it was
I didn't
kids.
either. But this is a very real
What do you
thing.
think Belichick's thinking when he's at stuff like that?
I don't know.
How do I get out of here, or how did I get here, or
Well,
what
I'm
am
looking,
I doing? What was I thinking?
I'm looking at this picture of Bill in attendance, and he looks like the grumpiest human on earth. Like, take grumpy old men and multiply it by 1,000. Like, I've never seen a human look grumpier than Belichick does in this photo.
Well, here we are talking about him. As I'm sitting here, my Twitter feed refreshed, and there's Red Panda.
Oh,
she's incredible.
She back at it?
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
she had a spill last year.
well, she had a
She's
knee
got
injury.
like 12 bowls on her head in this video.
Yeah.
Red Panda steals the show on ESPN.
Always does.
It's from awful announcing. I mean, no matter how many times you see it, it's still the best halftime entertainment there is.
Without question.
I don't know. I like the dogs, but that's just
Well,
me.
that dude that tried to run that dog to death
he
last year at
practically
that
killed him
football
at the
game.
football game.
I mean, he was throwing 70-yard bombs.
Giving that dog a drink of water in like a week.
Seriously. So Hunter last night spoke in his role as selection committee chairman. He answered the hard questions. And this is going viral today in the college football world because there's controversy around the Notre Dame and Miami rankings. Notre Dame came in at 10th and Miami came in at 13th. Brandon alluded to this a minute ago. Both teams are 8-2, and Miami has a head-to-head win against Notre Dame. So the question is, how can Notre Dame be ranked ahead of Miami when Miami beat them and they have the same record? And that's the question Hunter had to answer last night. Here's how he answered it.
I think when you look, Reese, at Notre Dame and Miami, we really compare the losses of those two teams. Miami has lost to two unranked teams. Notre Dame has lost to two teams that are ranked in our top 13. And so we really haven't compared those two teams. They haven't been in similar comparative pools to date. But Miami is creeping up into that range where they will be compared to Notre Dame if something happens above them.
So, interesting, one of the losses that was a good loss for Notre Dame was to Miami, who's ranked below them. Now, to me, that actually all makes sense. But to a lot of people, it doesn't.
I can hear the sense in it. I don't know that I fully agree with it, but
I
understand what he's saying.
I think Notre Dame's a better team right now than Miami.
Brandon said it best.
Yeah.
Maybe a better way to say it is they've been on an 8-game winning streak, and Miami hasn't looked like the same team that beat Notre Dame early in the year.
Right.
I thought Miami played their one good game of the season against Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Every time I watch them, and look, they're 8-2. That speaks for itself. But every time I watch them, I think that's a really beatable team right there. Somebody's going to beat them.
The thing about this position that Hunter's in is there's no win in it in terms of the interview that you're going to do afterwards because it's only going to be about controversy, and there's always going to be controversy. And because it's a committee made up of humans with opinions and that whatever analytics they want to use, you got to then go out and explain. You might not even necessarily agree with it, what the reasoning is behind these decisions.
And you got to do it right after the fact. You know, you can't go home and
think about it.
Think about it. Well, let's word it this way. Maybe this would be a better way to say it. I'll call Bo and see what he thinks. You don't have a chance to do that. I mean, you're on the spot right there.
Yeah. But anyhow, that's what everybody's talking about today in the college football.
But if you're Hunter, you have to do that. You don't turn down the chairmanship of the college football playoff.
I don't think. I don't think that it affects his ability to conduct a coaching search.
I don't think so. I mean, he's going to be there anyway. I mean, it's not
already
like,
on the committee.
he's already on the committee. He's already there. He's been going, as long as they've been going, however long that is. So I don't think it affects it one way or the other, honestly. The only thing we're going to notice is like maybe if he hires a coach before this, if Arkansas hires a coach, Reese Davis will say, hey, by the way, I see you hired a coach. And, he gets to talk about that for a minute. But other than that, I don't think there's anything to come of it, really.
Bart's in the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room.
Here's the other thing. Like, Miami, they are not in a position to even make the ACC title game right now. right? Like they're 4 teams ahead of them in the ACC standings. Now they play one of them in their finale. They're at Pitt, and Pitt could very easily win that game.
Neither one of those playoff teams.
Who's in and who's out? Who's going to make it? Who's not? You were talking in the break about
which teams aren't done losing.
Yeah, who's not done losing?
Like USC, Oregon. One of them's going to lose this weekend. Could Mizzou go to Norman and beat Oklahoma? Well, sure they could. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it could.
Well, either Ohio State or Indiana is going to lose to the other one in the Big Ten championship game.
Pitt and Georgia Tech play this weekend. That's certainly an elimination game for Pitt. Potentially for Georgia Tech if they lose that game as well. And then you look ahead to next weekend and the games that are going on next weekend. You've got Texas A&M, Texas. You've got the Miami Pitt game. You've got, there's some bad games. Ohio State, Michigan. We know that Michigan's probably going to win that game.
What if they do?
That's just the way it is.
They'll have an armed guard outside of Ryan Day's house again.
Vanderbilt, Tennessee. Like Vandy's
in
not
Knoxville.
Yeah, Vandy's not dead yet here. If Vandy finishes 10-2, why would they not be in the playoff?
All right, here's a scenario. Missouri goes and beats Oklahoma in Norman. Vanderbilt loses at Tennessee. What happens then? Are they
chaos?
Are they both out of luck?
Most likely, yeah.
I mean, 3 losses.
But it depends on what else happens.
What if Texas beats Arkansas and beats A&M? Are they back at the cut line with 3 losses?
Could be. If those other things happen.
Yeah.
Do you want to expand the playoff part?
No.
You want to pause the expansion talk?
Again, nobody ever listened to the Big Ten. Fun fact, the Big Ten schools are starting to figure this out too. They're fighting back against the commissioner now.
I got no problem with 12 teams, but let's get the 12 best in there.
Right.
Let's stop the participation trophy stuff and then let's get the 12 best teams in there.
What's wrong with participation?
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but not in the college football playoff.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, seriously.
What to watch brought to you by Macadoodles. Macadoodles just north of the state line, north of Bella Vista, West Siloam Springs, and guess who in Bentonville, where you get the best customer service in the history of planet Earth. I mean, really, you can't get any better customer service. You got people greeting you when you walk in. What are you looking for? How can I help you find it? Oh, I got it. Okay, no problem. But more often than not, you're going to need help. You're going to need, to find all the different ingredients for whatever that special cocktail is for your Thanksgiving party, whatever that special wine is.
You're going to need one. You're probably going to need a stiff drink at Thanksgiving.
Whatever that bourbon is, you're going to be sneaking off to the side so you can deal with the conversation or ruin it, one or the other. They got a great allocated selection, and they got wine tasting open to close every day in Macadoodles. Macadoodles just north of the state line, Bella Vista. And guess who in Bentonville and Macadoodles in West Siloam Springs. Bart, what are we watching?
Well, if you're a real football junkie, there are a couple of MAC games to watch tonight. Miami, Ohio is at Buffalo. Central Michigan's at Kent State. I cannot personally recommend you watch either of these games.
Prop bets.
The MAC is a horrendous league this year. Instead, I would turn your attention.
Only live bet.
Those going to be live betting.
Only live bet in
the
fourth quarter.
Instead, I would turn your attention to a couple of big-time college basketball matchups. Fourth-ranked Arizona is at number 3 UConn.
Okay.
At 6
it's a
o'clock.
live betting paradise.
And that's on Fox Sports 1, also on FS1. 11th ranked Alabama is at number 8. Well, they're playing number 8 Illinois in Chicago at the United Center. That's at 8.
Alabama's playing a similar schedule to Arkansas. I mean, they've been playing some big boys.
So a couple of high-level college basketball games.
If you're keeping track of Kentucky, they've lost 2 in a row.
Yeah, I got drilled last night.
Yeah, by Michigan State on a neutral floor.
Yeah,
MSG.
The Garden.
Yep.
The Mecca of basketball.
It's 8:31. It's Wednesday. Chuck's got the big show tonight, the Catfish Hole. Right?
Yes, that's right. That's right. Yes.
Yeah. Razorback
7
football.
o'clock
Bobby
inside
Petrino.
Razorback football.
I think
Bobby.
you just reminded him.
I think I did.
The look on your face. You're like,
yeah,
that is
you're
tonight.
Right. Yeah, it is tonight.
I think I did. We're just keeping track here.
Bart, you speak like you're the only smart man breathing.
I take that as a compliment, I think.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey folks, Chuck Barrett here, the voice of the Razorbacks. And if you're ready for freedom from glasses or contacts, there's only one name you need to know: McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's LASIK, clear lens exchange, or advanced cataract surgery, they've got the solution to help you see your best, no matter your age. Doctors Betts and Mengarelli are the real deal, two of the most experienced surgeons anywhere. They've even taken care of my eyes, and now I'm seeing the basketball court crystal clear. I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye, and you will be too.
Hey, it's Bo, and I want to share something that's completely enhanced my day-to-day life. About a year ago, I started telling you about the Sweatnum Edge. Well, over the last several months, here's what's happened for me. My energy level is completely different. My exercise gains have seen a big jump. My mind is clearer, and frankly, life is just more enjoyable. Now, that's my story. What about you? Search the Sweatnum Edge online and get a free evaluation today. It's made a big difference for me, and I know it can for you too. The Sweatnum Edge.
Kids, there's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Get up. You got to get up. You got to go. You're going to feel worse if you don't. Feel better now.
I don't know about
Hate
that.
it later.
You might feel better staying in bed.
You will. You will.
That's an embellishment. You might feel better staying in bed.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, Arkansas escaped last night.
They did. I mean, escaped.
These pesky non-conference games that you expect them to win by a lot, and they've figured out a way to hang on to one, and then that one just went down to the wire last night.
And, you know, when you're down 5 with 1:13 to go, most of the time you lose. I mean, most of the time you do not come away with a win there. And for them to come back and outscore them 6-0 over the last 1:13, win the game, you know, that's no small accomplishment. And I'm going to tell you, Winthrop, don't be surprised if when we get to the end of the year and we're looking at Joe Lunardi's bubble watch, they're one of those teams that could sneak in. Now, they'll have to win their conference tournament to do it, but some of those teams end up, and Winthrop's been in the big dance before, and they might be again.
Yeah, I mean, this experience they're getting has to be of some value. I don't know if you would draw it up like this, but you learn from it.
Well, they're exposing the confusion on defense. They're exposing, and when you've got a new collection of players together, from what I've seen over the years and what I've heard coaches say, the defensive end, the connectivity on the defensive end is the hardest thing to come together. There were times last night, and there were times, and there have been times in other games. They're not the only team, but one of the common things that happens early in the year is you get lost on defense, and they got lost some last night.
15-3.
Yeah, and the thing I do like about playing teams like Winthrop and Samford is they can make you pay for that. They're not going to win the game, but they're going to make you pay for your lapses, and they're going to scare the hell out of you. And hopefully that'll propel you a little bit on the practice floor. My impression's been Coach Cal's been frustrated, the last 2 ball games. I think he was frustrated last night. And but that's part of it. I mean, that's part of playing this time of year. I also think, too, that a lot of these guys have played in big games, and I don't know how fired up they get on Tuesday night to play Winthrop. Probably a lot more fired up a week from tomorrow night when they play Duke. Of course, they're going to need to play better, too.
Interesting story at Auburn where Ashton Daniels is going to sit out against Mercer on Saturday to preserve a year of eligibility so he doesn't play too many games to take a red shirt.
I hate that stuff.
I mean, but honestly, like if you're him and you haven't been if you haven't played
I
4 games,
I don't blame him for doing it. I just think that's a loophole in the rule. I think at some point you gotta look at the spirit of all this. And first off, 4 games too many. 4 games too many in my mind, but I'm sure coaches will disagree with that.
Well, something like that'll get corrected before the major issues. We got the transfer portal opening while the college football playoff is going on.
They got other things to deal with too.
We got coaches being interviewed while trying to coach their way into the playoff, or being sought after. The calendar just does not match the rest of what's happening. The schedule of the games doesn't match the calendar of how you build your team, how you hire a coach, when the transfer portal opens, when the signing period is. And what's great about it is it creates glorious chaos for conversation. The best thing about college football, I've determined, is the conversation.
Oh, that's what makes it a year-round
It's not
sport.
the games. The games are great, but it's not the games. It's the conversation. It's the constant, who your next coach is going to be. At any point during the tenure, you don't like it. Okay, you know what? All we got to do is we just got to fire this guy.
Well, and
we're gonna have
that does seem, more so than ever, that's the solution in people's minds is let's just change head coaches. I said this yesterday.
It's the greatest hope elixir in college football.
I said this yesterday. If I got $5 million laying around, I'm buying a quarterback. Forget this coach thing, man. I'm buying a quarterback because those are the guys that are going to lead you to the promised
Well, those
land.
guys those $5 million guys haven't necessarily worked out either, though. You got to sometimes.
No, but you better have a quarterback. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
You better have a guy out there that can pull the trigger.
The teams that are at the top of the playoff rankings have quarterbacks. It's just That's the way it is. And some of those teams have really good players around the quarterback. Like Georgia's been able to bring Gunnar Stockton along a little bit slower because they haven't had to just put it all on him.
Well, they've got a great offensive line and a running game. I mean, that's a complete team. The best friend a quarterback has, particularly one who's inexperienced, is a great offensive line, good running backs. And Georgia's got everything. And he's not had to go out there, like you say, and win the game single-handedly for them. Some places, as your quarterback goes, so goes the team. Lots of places, really.
Arkansas
has been one of them.
You know, because that's
but
their only chance.
That's the case with most teams. The ones that have more than that are the ones we're talking about competing for a playoff spot.
Georgia, just fun fact, 10-1 right now to win the national title.
Wow, that is a fun fact.
Could you live bet that?
Well, this would technically be considered a live bet, I guess, because the season is underway.
Well, I guess technically you're right. Hey, you don't have to gamble when it comes to your roof. Teamwork Roofing and Construction is a dependable option for you, and not just dependable. I mean, if they were in the playoff rankings, they'd be up there at the top because it's quality people, a quality team, a very well put together team with certified crews for whatever the job is, and quality materials that are going to last. Maybe you need a remodel done. They're great at that too. Same things apply. They'll come in on time and on budget. They'll communicate with you right throughout the entire process and make sure when they're done, they leave you an immaculate job site. Log on to their website. If you need a quote today, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamworkbuilt.com. It's Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by teamwork. We are way into the weeds on sports today. I mean, we need to get into some shenanigans next.
Shenanigans.
Let's do that. Shenanigans coming up.
I know this is an audio medium, and I shouldn't just shake my head, but words fail me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
When something goes wrong, a car wreck, an injury, mounting debt, or getting denied the help you deserve, it's hard to know where to turn.
That's when Cadell Reynolds shows up. This is a team that fights for Arkansans. Personal injury, disability, bankruptcy, they handle it all. And they know how to get results.
You've got enough to deal with. Don't try to figure it out alone.
Call Cadell Reynolds, 866-314-3728, or visit CadellReynolds.com.
Cadell Reynolds, make the right call.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Are your gutters ready for fall? Leaves are coming, and that means it's time to protect your home. At Hogtroff Gutters, they install high-quality leaf guards that actually work. Don't waste money on the cheap guards from big box stores that clog up, and don't get stuck paying triple the price with those big national companies. With Hogtroff, you get the best of both worlds: professional installation, premium aluminum, and stainless steel guards, as well as a 20-year warranty. Give them a call today to schedule your free inspection, or visit hoggutters.com.
There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. And every Wednesday is Wine Down Wednesday. 15% off every bottle of wine in the store, even if it's already on sale. But when it comes to selection, amazing prices, and unbeatable customer service, Macadoodles and Guess Who in Bentonville is second to none. Wine, beer, and spirits. Stock up for your next party, or just stop by and grab your favorite. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville. Distribution Solutions Incorporated began providing superior customer service back in 1997 based out of Harrison, Arkansas, and they're supporting our local communities today and always looking for professional OTR drivers. DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people, and when you work with DSI, it feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters. If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters.
Hold on, guys. I'm on the Chuck and Bo Show. Hold on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Do you eat a lot of ham year-round?
No.
See, I don't either. But it's like you'll have a ham at the holidays, and it's like, it's pretty good.
It's so good.
But like the rest of the year, someone says, do you want ham? It's like,
The Chuck and Bo Show.
How are the locks coming this week?
Well,
you got to bounce back week ahead. I can feel it.
yeah, we're gonna have to really dig deep this
2 of
week.
3
Yeah, are you
weeks.
going into
2 of 3
Mexico?
weeks have You have to look in the mirror, don't you?
Well, it's not that necessarily.
We remember
It's-
in November, Bart, because our
it's,
holiday depends on it. Like Christmas presents, all of that
There's-
stuff.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to dig deep into the well to find some games. There aren't a lot of great matchups this week.
You're going back to the Lobos, aren't you?
Look,
Baby needs a new pair of shoes.
Everything's in play. You've got, Missouri's a
Ain't that
7
the
and
truth?
Mizzou is a 7.5 point dog at Oklahoma, which is interesting to me.
M-I-Z, baby.
I would expect Missouri to keep it closer than that. But I mean, like Georgia's a 43.5 point favorite against Charlotte. 43.5.
It's a lot of points.
They'll probably win by 50. But I mean, that's not there's nothing fun about that.
Well, if you've got the over, it is.
USC's a 9.5 point dog at Oregon. Which of those teams is for real? Well, we won't find that out, but we'll learn whether or not USC's for real, at least. There's just not a lot of interesting things going on. So, yeah, we're going to have to dig deep. Do we look at the Lobos? The Lobos are 3.5 point favorites.
That's his default.
I told
Air
you.
Force.
Yeah,
They're
default.
3.5 point favorites at Air Force. I honestly love that for the Lobos.
Yeah.
New Mexico's having.
I can't agree or disagree. I'm just.
Yeah, I have no opinion.
New Mexico's having one of their best seasons in recent memory under first-year head coach Jason Eck. and they're undefeated at home for the first time in like several generations or something like that.
Go Lobos!
And so now they go on the road to take on Air Force in a 6:00 game on CBS Sports Network. Air Force hasn't been particularly good this year.
You're
Former
painting,
Razorback Tim Horton, part of the Air Force.
Yeah, we're
staff.
painting a very boring, bleak picture.
New Mexico's still
sports
alive for the
weekend.
conference championship game, by the way.
No, that's.
I mean,
again,
gamblers got to gamble.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
so
right.
I mean,
sports.
you know, you're looking to win.
You know, you've got Georgia Tech Pitt, which is interesting. Georgia Tech's a 2.5-point favorite in that game. BYU.
I like Georgia Tech to cover big.
BYU is a 2.5-point favorite at Cincinnati.
Oh.
But yeah, we're just gonna have to really dig in and find. They might not be pretty. They might not be like headline games this week. There might be some weird things going on with the locks this week.
What's the Arkansas line?
Arkansas is a 9.5-point underdog.
That's moved.
It opened at
10.
11.
Oh,
I believe.
from 11?
At some places it opened at 11. I saw it as high as 10. But
How's
some
Texas going to
national books had
react
it at
after
11.
basically being knocked out of the playoff?
It's a great question, Chuck.
That's twice I've gotten
The motivate, yeah. I did, you know, when we had Brandon on and he said
Yeah.
that to you,
I know.
yeah, that's a great point, Chuck. That's when I scoop my chair
I know,
back
I know.
because I know you feel like you have momentum and you're also going to ask the next question.
Yeah.
And tip of the
I
cap.
was feeling it.
Yeah,
I was
tip
feeling
of
it
the cap.
right
You
there.
were. That feels like a long time ago.
Yeah, it does.
That was earlier this
A
hour.
lifetime ago.
Vandy, by the way, is a 9.5-point favorite this weekend against Kentucky. I don't know the last time Vandy was that big of a favorite in an SEC
I like
game,
Kentucky.
if ever.
That's a Kentucky
Trap
moment
game
right there.
Trap game for Vandy.
Yes, definitely.
I would say that, but Vandy's also coming off a bye. So
Where are they playing?
That's in Nashville.
Vandy will win.
Yeah.
If it was in bluegrass country, maybe the other way.
Hey, speaking of Kentucky, do you guys want to engage in this?
They
do you
lost
want
last
to? Do you want to maybe sort of vet some of the Kentucky radio shows today and pull like some of the calls that we could play on the
His
show
name
tomorrow?
is Mark Pope.
Yeah.
I want to see if that lady's gone on another rant.
Yeah. Let's go
I really-
find that. Yeah, go find her on TikTok.
I wonder what
or
she's
wherever
watching on
she
TV
is.
right now.
It's not quite time for the prices right now.
Judge Judy's on.
I don't know, but she's been through a half a pack of smokes and 2 Mountain
Pow
Dews already.
Mouse.
We know that.
Yeah, got her pow.
Regardless of what she's watching, the morning drives.
You?
The morning drive is driven by DSI. If you're a truck driver looking for great benefits and you want to work at a place that feels more like a family than a job, log on to drivedsi.com. drivedsi.com. DSI knows home time's important, vacation time's important, and benefits are important when it comes to drivers. We know that winning is important, and Arkansas is looking for one this week at Texas.
I'm just thinking about that woman from Kentucky. I'll be thinking about that all day.
My point on the Mark Pope thing is we knew it all when it happened, and I was thinking about this last night as I watched them lose to Michigan State.
By 17.
They went out and spent all this money like that was the way they were going to compensate for not having Cal to recruit for them, and it hasn't worked for them. $21 million that they went out. They would not have spent that much
That's
money
a
on
lot
the
of
roster
money.
if Cal was still there.
That's a lot of
He
money.
doesn't need it. He knows how to tell them to come play here for other reasons, and we'll play the NIL game, but not to that extent. Hey, have a great Wednesday. Chuck and Bo.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Imagine every sip and bite feels like you're celebrating the finer things in life. Chef Shiloh and the bartenders at Tusker's Tavern in Fayetteville have just dropped new menu items celebrating a cocktail culture and culinary craftsmanship. Daily happy hour, 5 to 6:30. 20% off wine by the glass and $5 local draft beer. And for fun, they've created Unhappy Hour, Monday through Wednesday from 9 to 11 p.m. with the same specials. It's Tusker's Tavern at the corner of Mission and Crossover in Fayetteville.
The nation's best home court advantage lives inside Bud Walton Arena. The Razorbacks are back inside the Basketball Palace of Mid-America, and Coach Calipari and the Hogs need you there and need you loud all season long. A limited number of single-game tickets are available right now. Just head over to ArkansasRazorbacks.com and purchase yours today.